Hey there guys, it's Metro. And today we're going to be doing more stuff on this stuff. So yeah, man, here we go. I think we're going to get another level today, 23, and we're at currently. So I think we're going to push for 24. Try something a little crazy, you know? We got skinning, let's see, show it to you guys. Got skinning up to 150 yesterday, and then we trained it all the way up to 225, so hopefully we'll get some leather. But yeah, I don't know. I've not played like kind of during the peak hours on this server in a while, so I don't know what competition will be like here. But regardless, oh, there's a monk winner. Yes, I remember you. So yeah, maybe we'll have a lot of competition here. I'm not sure. Regardless, I got a lot of gear. Let's buff up. I got a lot of gear on this character over the last 2 sessions, so I expect to start absolutely slaughtering mobs. I'm not exactly sure if there's anything in this Barrens that could even challenge me at this point. Like, if there was mobs that were even higher than the 20s, I can probably go right there. So I think I'm gonna leave at 24. Like as soon as I get to 24, I'm probably done in the Barrens. But as of right now, got you on notification. Let's go. What's up? What server you play on? I'll make a character there. I play on the Anathema server a lot, but I'm also playing on the Elysium PvP server, as it says in the title. Part of Notification Squad. That's pretty impressive, to be honest. You guys are fucking here early. Usually it's like a good 10-15 minutes before anyone shows up. That's a 1-minute squad right there. So yeah, we're just gonna relax today. I just finished making a video, so I'm a little bit mentally tired. So I'm gonna do this, and we'll see how this goes, how long this takes. We have still like 5 hours plus until the ZG run tonight. So what I'm probably gonna do is level for a bit, maybe go back on the old servers and do some dungeons or something like that, depending on how long this goes. And then I'm gonna get off once again before the ZG run and get some food, and then I'll return and we'll stream the whole ZG run. It's starting later than normal, and there was like I was right basically about the stuff that I said last time I streamed, that there was like some disagreements in the guild at the time. I guess a lot of it was based on who was attending, and they like kicked some people who weren't attending or were saved to ZG already, even though we're doing it tonight. So one of them was like one of the tanks, like the main tank, the person who was like talking constantly in vent or in TeamSpeak or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I have tempered hopes for any guilds on this server at this point, but they seem like the coolest group that I've managed to find. So let's see. I'm not going to be able to watch the stream because of the party at my house. That's fine. You mean even right now or later on tonight? But either way, if you're going, thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I just finished recording a video on, I recorded the audio at least for a video on tiers, like a tier list based on the leveling, like how good each class is at leveling. So that's going to get uploaded. I'm going to have that go live on Tuesday, since I won't be doing any classic content on Tuesday. That would be like a nice little buffer for the day where I would normally stream. And that will go live on Tuesday, so I got to work on the visual part of it tomorrow. I'm probably just going to get footage from the stream or from other videos and put that in the background. But maybe like I'll record, maybe I'll like do a dungeon, I don't know. We'll see. I think what I'm going to do is show off a bunch of different classes. The main thing I like to show on the videos is that I play multiple things, so I have some semblance of what I'm talking about. So I'll show, you know, me leveling my warrior, or not warrior, but the shaman, me doing the dungeon that I did today on the warrior, me doing the dungeons I've done on my paladin, doing the stuff I've done on my priest, like raids, and tanking a bit on the druid. So, hey, Banana, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? How's it going? How you doing today? Is that guy a warrior? Wow, an undead warrior. You may have picked the wrong race, fella. Of all warriors, you picked undead. This is PvP all day, maybe. I don't know. Be here for a few minutes. Nice. What kind of party is it? Like a birthday party? Oh yeah, it's your birthday, right? You said before. Well, happy birthday, man. Finally 16. I cannot get over how good skinning has been, though, man. It's really unbelievable. I'm so glad that I listened to that tip because I managed. Wow, did that seriously just disappear? Fuck. Dynamic respawns. Anyway, I managed to. I'm up to 4 gold, and I bought a bunch of shit yesterday. So yeah, we're making a lot of money. We probably made like close to 40 gold already on this character. Usually, like every session, I've basically been doing like 1 level sessions, and every session I go back and have like at least 3 or 4 gold worth of stuff. So, but yesterday I got pretty lucky. I got a ring that sold for 1.5 gold, so that's pretty cool. Metro be like professions are worthless. Well, you know what? I definitely disagree with like leveling other, like wasting time on professions is worthless. That's why I say it. But actual skinning, you know, skinning is just pure value. You're basically you don't need any effort at all. Essentially, if you do it right, there is no effort. You just skin and you get money essentially. So very useful. All right, see you, buddy. Hey, Josh, welcome. Yeah, we're at the point now, that like fragile window here where Druid starts to become really strong for a couple levels. We start getting all the crit synergy, we got cat form going, we got really nice gear. So from like 24, I don't know, maybe like to 28 is when things, like I don't know, once you get into the 30 zones, things start to become a little bit more difficult again. But for now, we're going to start really plowing through stuff. And hopefully, I don't know what Hill's Bread looks like on this server, but I'd imagine it's going to be a pretty big train wreck. But once we get to 24, I'm going to go right there, and we're going to grind. We're going to grind all day in Hill's Bread. We'll get like 24 to like 28, probably 29 in Hill's Bread. See how it goes with gear. Probably be here later. Good shit, man. See you. Have a good night. Good night. Happy birthday. But I did that dungeon on my warrior before, and it kind of, I don't know. I really actually enjoyed it. I don't know why I stopped playing it so often. I guess because I really like to heal. The main thing is that the warrior has no future. Like I've done like a few upper Blackrock spires, and I think I did MC on him once, but it was like, it's just not something I enjoy. I don't like tanking in a group. Like I could be like the guy, I could be like that third tank role maybe in an MC, you know what I'm saying, where I can kind of just sit there and not really pay much attention. But it's like honestly super stressful to be like sitting there worrying about, oh, this mage is going way too hard, way too quick. It's just, I don't know, it's like, it's really stressful. I think it's really the only way to describe it, to tank in dungeons, in raids that is. And I don't really find much enjoyment in raid tanking anyway, so. How goes it? No lunch punch, face punch. What's up, buddy? Is there a queue? Yeah. So I was just making a video. It took me about 3 hours. Well, not 3 hours. It took me about 2 hours to make the video, and that whole time I was in the queue. I had just got to the very end of recording the video when I got on, so I was in the queue for about 2 hours. Which is awesome. I'm so glad they made a 4th server. It's such a good idea. Now there's no queue anymore. Yeah. How old are you mentally? 6. Oh lord, yeah, the queue, yeah, it's pretty bad. Unfortunately, I don't know. It's not really getting any better either. I could have swore, yeah, I figured like the reason they were making the server was because it would alleviate the queue, but I guess people have to actually go to it to do that. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working. But regardless, the server definitely seems to be like dying down a bit. I think a lot of people have either gone to the new server, the new server, or they're kind of giving up on this server because I used to log on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, and it would be a 5-hour queue. So it's done its job. You did a 10 to 19 BG? No. I think they're gonna open another one. No, a 5th? No. What the hell? I hope not. That would be ridiculous. The 4th server is not doing shit. Like, there's only like, I don't know. I haven't been on it at all this weekend. But what do you do for a job? I am a dental assistant, and I do YouTube part-time. What do you do for a job? Everybody always asks, but nobody ever says what they do. Them respawns. Nice little area right now. I came here last night and there was a lot of competition. I was surprised. Right now it seems to be like, seems fair. Does YouTube pay well? Not super well. Like, it's not enough to live off, but it's good. It's good to, like, supplemental income. That's for sure. 6.4K people online, dead server. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not dead, but that's not too bad. I guess it's more than when I went on Friday. There was only like 5K online, and it just launched. So, working a fab shop, mostly welding. That's cool. Are your teeth crazy perfect? Everyone I've met who works in dentistry has amazing teeth. My teeth aren't perfectly straight or anything like that, but yeah, in terms of care, I like to take a lot of good care of them. I'm somebody who I can tell when my mouth has a lot of bacteria in it and my teeth need to be brushed, because it's always funny. Like, I'll be like, all right, I'll be right back. I have to brush my teeth, and people are always like, "Did you just say you have to brush your teeth?" And I was like, "Yeah." You're like, dude, what the fuck? I've never heard anyone say that before in their life. And I was like, okay, that's because, I don't know, because you don't care about your teeth, I guess. But yeah. I have bad teeth. I'm missing 5 teeth and I'm 23. Yeah. Not that big of a deal. There's the Excel on an Emerald Dream again. You realize nobody is gonna actually go there, right? I don't know why you keep coming here with that. I don't think anybody who plays here would ever consider doing, like, I don't know. I mean, have you played on a classic server? It doesn't matter. You're never gonna reply. I just ban that account. Hey, what's up, Wooters? How's it going, man? You playing vanilla? What? I thought you were gone. No. Didn't realize somebody had tagged that already. A really cool thing about Druid, though, is the fact that you can move mad quick. 30% speed while in cat form outdoors is just, like, awesome. Hey, Bash Your Head, what's up, buddy? How are you doing, though? What? I thought you were leaving. I'm doing fine. How are you? Has anyone noticed a change in drop rate change? Notice I'm getting a lot more green dropping and other items. Yeah, somebody actually said that about Dire Mall today. They whispered me. I wasn't even streaming or anything, and they're like, yo, man, I just want to let you know that in Dire Mall right now, since they, like, whatever, they changed the names of the server or something like that, I'm getting a lot of gear, a lot of stuff out of Dire Mall, so you should check it out. I was like, oh, cool. So I think maybe we'll check that out before raid starts tonight. We'll do like a full couple of clears of it. Can always use more gold anyway, so might as well do it. It's true, actually. Yeah, nothing should have changed. Yeah, I think it's just people speculating on stuff that hasn't actually happened. I've been getting a lot of greens in the past week. Let's see. You can even see that in game on the .s info. What is that? .s. There is no such command. Oh wait, .s info. .s info. Oh wow, that's the core inch. I never knew that even worked. Let's see. I had a tooth removed and there's a hole between my sinus and my mouth. My dentist said it was normal. Should I worry? Ah, interesting. So that's not uncommon. It happens somewhat regularly. Well, not regularly, but it happens. Should you worry? No is the answer. I hope. The dentist should know whether or not you should worry. But it may affect your sinus. So I'm not exactly sure how things went down, but hopefully he talked you through like what the possible complications could be. And that could severely affect your nasal system in general. So hopefully it will close eventually, but it is one of the side effects of having a tooth out, especially on top. That and permanent numbness are like the top side effects of extractions. So, what's up, buddy? You playing your priest or anything today? Yeah, we'll be doing ZG on my priest tonight. I played my warrior a bit earlier, but now I'm just gonna relax for a little bit. Yes, nothing has changed yet. The core build and revision is exactly the same. Yeah, that's true. So probably it's just a coincidence. I'm so mad that Heroes WoW private servers are down. Me too. Thanks. Oh yeah, for the dental stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So what you I can't remember how it's. I've never actually seen it. So actually, I think we had one patient with it. Yeah, that's right. We did. It was pretty nuts, and he was in like extreme pain. He was like, you know, he had pain all in his upper sinus there. So so can you? You shouldn't do it though. Fuck, I don't know. But like one of the things that when that happens is if you pinch your nose and breathe, the air will come through your mouth instead, and that shows that the sinus is still open. So like if say in like a week or two from now, if you can't do that anymore, if that stops, then you know you're good. But if it never closes, I think you need like a reconstruction or something like that. I'm not sure. Let's see. Feral good in PvP? I don't know. No, I don't really PvP. I think they're pretty good because they can flag run really well on WSG. Yeah, he said not to do that. Yeah, don't do it now. But like in a couple weeks when everything's fully healed up, see what happens. Hey, Haga, 1994, how's it going? Or flush my nose, yeah. You have to be really careful about like just breathing too strongly, I guess. Because you could like suck the blood clot up through the sinus, and that's how you can get a sinus infection pretty severely. That's interesting. Gonna have to bring that up on next time I go to work. Feral is good on PvP if you are geared well. I can't really breathe through my nose. I have to mouth breathe. Unlucker. And I hear like bubbles in my sinus when I wake up. Yeah, that's like the blood draining into your sinus, or like the other, you know, biofluids draining into your sinus. So it's going to be easy to get an infection in the next few weeks. So you really want to make sure that you keep your mouth clean and you're not like unhealthy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Don't like put any weird shit in your nose or stuff like that, I guess. I'm good. Almost 42 on the fresh server. Damn, nice. What kind of microphone do you use? I use the the Blue Yeti Blackout Edition. You have to admit, I said some pretty weird stuff to you, like the D. I admit that, yes. I don't think anyone would deny that. Don't snort crack. Yeah, basically, like, yeah, I don't know how to put it, but yeah. Don't do anything stupid, let's put it that way. Because you are at a serious risk. A sinus infection can be very dangerous when it's not like, you know, your typical cold. So do you use a pop filter? I do, but I don't have it on right now because if I did, it would be in the way of the webcam. So when the pop filter's on, it's like this. So you can barely see my face. But yeah, here's the pop filter. It's just like a $5 thing. But I mean, here's the mic right here. You can see it, right? So it's just, I have a boom stand, which was like another $100, but it's the only real way I could use it with this mic. I'm going to get a SAF. What is that? Anyway, I will always be your first watch when you stream. Nice. That's cool. Good shit, man. Have you played Rogue? Nope, I've never played a Rogue, basically. I had one on original vanilla, like on the actual real servers. I level 1 to 22 and did some like random PvP with it, but I never actually, god damn it. But I never actually played a Rogue ever. Not live, not Legion, not Wrath, not anything. So Rogue and Warlock are essentially two things I have zero experience in. Orc Monk, my main on live. Nice. Mine is Blood Elf Holy Paladin. Okay, that's what I'm leveling now. Nice. Hey, Philippe, how's it going, buddy? How you doing today? I love just, man, the feral damage is really good right now. I've gotten some really good gear, so that certainly helps. I feel like I'm just dominating these mobs, even though they're the same level as I am. I got some really nice gear. I don't know if you guys have seen it over the last few days, but these shoulders are really fucking good. Agi and strength is like trifecta. This back isn't bad either. Agi strength. I have this really nice, it's got a lot of armor on it and some spirit. Not the best, but it does have 5 strength. These are probably my worst piece right now, only 5 Agi. Weapon has Agi and strength, very good. Demon band, not too bad. Agi, high Agi ring. We got some strength and stam boots. Got some decent legs. 8 Agis, not too bad. And then we have the deviate scale belt and the toughened leather gloves. Very common leatherworking stuff. So yeah, it's awesome. Chilling, sweet, neat. Let's see. I just started transition, and I think I'm gonna start off with a vlog about that kind of thing. Then I'm gonna try to figure out how the whole game capture works and start making gaming videos. Cool. And if you decide that after you get yourself set up that you want to pursue the career a little bit more, you could always check out Tubus TV, and we could sit down and have a nice little chat about getting you, like, you know, properly acclimated. What the hell is this guy doing? Should I why do you always capital like all caps the word level? Should I level enhancement shaman on live or destruction warlock on live? I don't give a shit, dude. I really don't know. Why would you even ask me that? Which one do you want to play? They're completely different. Attack him? Yeah, I don't. I'll probably still die, honestly. So bad at PvP. That would be awesome. I'd love to learn and collaborate. Yeah, good shit, good shit. Clinical depression. Should I kill myself? I wouldn't recommend that, no. Sleeping, says laugh out loud. God damn it. Where should I grind at level 30? I'm Ally. I have a video on the topic. Magnus, check it out. Fuck him up? Nah. He's long gone anyway. Why? We are overpopulated anyway? I wouldn't say that that's like... I wouldn't... That should not be a contributing factor to whether or not you want to exist. Been using your grind video for leveling. Very good. Good shit, man. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Don't feed the troll. Who's trolling? Talking about Philippe, saying fuck him up. He's just recommending that I attack the warlock, dude. Nas sold out to Blizz. Only a matter of time before Elysium caves. It's been fun, guys. Sad face. I wouldn't say that at all. I mean, do you have any proof, first of all, that Nas sold out to Blizz? But even if they did, I don't know why people think that, because Blizz is not somebody who pays somebody who's stealing their shit, are they? You know what I mean? If they wanted everything that Nas had, they're gonna fucking take it, and Nas is not gonna have anything to say about it. They're either gonna say, all right, we're never gonna touch any of this project again, or here it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's any selling out, but you never know. Who's winning the Cowboys-Packers game? I'm not sure. I don't have it on. What's the point of anything? When we die, everything ceases to exist? Well, I think you should learn how to spell cease first, so maybe you worry about that, huh? Lol, Elysium isn't going to sell out? Yeah, I definitely don't. I mean, there's nothing to sell out to. Nobody's going to pay them, I promise you. Blizzard will not be paying any private server for anything. I feel you, but disagree about the selling out. Well, one way or the other, I definitely think that Nostalrius is acting very out of character recently. Whether or not that has anything to do with monetary gain, I can't say. It may. but I can guarantee you Blizzard is not paying them. You know what I mean? That's not what's happening. There may, though, be some type of alliance that has happened between Blizzard and Astarias, and that was step one. And you know they've like marked their own values basically in order to get some alliance with Blizzard. But I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. I don't get why Nas try. Wait, the population of Elysium now is barely 5% of retail's player base. You really think you guys are special enough for them to care about you? Yeah, that's the thing. It's really the truth, honestly. I don't get why Nos tried to make Elysium look worse with 10%. Yeah, I know, that's a really weird thing. It's just not true, right? No, I'm trying to create interesting conversations, unlike the other cucks asking, I should level this character or not. That's actually a really funny thing you just said right there. So keep on keeping on, man. Go for it. Learn how to spell first. You're awesome. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, that's not how you spell the word. Let's go. I just checked Packers winning. Oh, wow, really? How much? Wait, how does Elysium make money? I don't think they do. It's a non-profit, you know, so they don't. It makes sense legally. They are required by law to defend. Yeah, 100%. I think they should sell mounts and rank 14 weapons and open like 10 realms. Okay. No, fuck pay to win. I think he's joking, right? Legally, financially, and avoid backlash by player base. Buying out NOS makes total sense? No, it doesn't make any sense, dude. They don't buy out things that are being stolen, do they? You don't. When you're a bank and somebody robs your bank, you don't fucking pay them to get the money back, do you? You get law enforcement involved and get the money back because it's fucking yours by right. But I understand, like, in general what you're saying, that like Nostalrius is in league with Blizzard in some way, but I'm very hesitant to believe it has anything to do with, you know, they may hire Nostalrius as like consults or something like that, but they're certainly not paying them directly in any way. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't think, even if they did hire them, they wouldn't be able to continue being Nostalrius. They would now be Blizzard employees. So just like when Devo Lore, if you guys know him, he used to be a big YouTuber, he had to shut down all his YouTube projects in order to work at Blizzard. So if they were being hired by Blizzard, they would no longer be posting under Nostalrius. Same with Skullflower. He's a CM now. Used to be a big theory crafter in WoW. He had to stop all the theory crafting and stuff. No, you're not getting it. You pay them to shut it down and avoid the financial backlash of social media campaigns against you. Yeah, I'm telling you, that did not happen. I promise you. Chinese gold seller money goes to fund Nostalrius, maybe. Let's see. Blizzard shut down the story. Wait, Blizzard shut down the story is once. What happened? 300k petition signatures. Right, but it doesn't matter, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't actually hurt Blizzard. They don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. You really don't understand how big Blizzard is. Like, World of Warcraft is not even probably like the third most popular game on their shit right now. Overwatch and Hearthstone probably make them more money than WoW has in the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So they do not care about shit like this. I promise you, they are not buying out private servers. It's just not happening. But they may be in talks with them, and Nostalrius may be trying to show their allegiance to Blizzard by doing that. But it certainly does not have anything to do with money. Nostalrius wants Blizzard Legacy Realms with their name on it. Do you guys honestly think having realms named Nostalrius PvE helped on that? I agree. That could be a big part of it, actually, yeah. You also had Gerthok from Elitist Jerks. Oh, right. I forgot he was EJ. I forgot about him. Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite raid boss in vanilla and overall? I'm not sure I have a favorite raid boss. Honestly, I really enjoyed Archimon progression last expansion, but let's see. LOL, no. Those false numbers, what? It's the negative press, dude. You're undervaluing it. I don't think I am, but I don't know. I'm not somebody who worries about stuff like that. Maybe I am. What would happen if everyone gave $1? Would all be millionaires? I guess so, that's true. Are you hyped for the Steelers game? A little bit, but I probably won't watch it. Is this Zethker? Nope. The title has the correct answer. Good afternoon, Jester Thomas. How's it going? What's your favorite spell animation? I really like the dwarf healing. The way a dwarf paladin casts heals. And a dwarf priest as well. Do you like Kodos? No. Why buy them when they just tweet them you're Blizzard and you're suing and you have millions of dollars in lawyers? I remember Devil Lore with his critical points on some of WoW stuff. Now he's just a Blizzard puppet. Just nodding. Well, he's an employee. He's not a puppet, is he? He's being paid by them. I mean, that's a really silly thing to say. I can't believe you just said that, honestly. But yeah, anybody you know, who works for Blizzard is obviously gonna have their back. So is Devolor a cuck then? Nope, just an employee of Blizzard. I'm not sure what his sexual preferences are, you know? Seems like this area is like really quiet today. I'm surprised. Last night there was tons of people here. That's into. You seem like the type that's into cuckolding. To be fair, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've never tried it. I don't think I would be though. Is vanilla feral DPS viable for PvE? Not necessarily, but it's not terrible. It's not as bad as people think it is. It's just that they would compete with rogues and fury warriors for gear, and it would be much better to them. So you're gonna struggle to gear up. But the one good thing about a feral druid is that they could off tank every once in a while. So a lot of the times it's like a situation where you might need a fury warrior to tank on a boss or two. So instead of that, you can just bring the druid, and they'd be better at off tanking, right? Because they're basically already in tank stance, in take spec, whereas the fury warrior is not, and the fury warrior was do more DPS. So it's essentially like a DPS gain for the fights where you need the off tank. You kind of look like Chris Metzen, yeah. People say that all the time. Blizz had negative press for 6 to 8 months, but it's not massive backlash, dude. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't fucking matter. They have negative press every single fucking day of their life. Go on the forums. All the people do is complain, you know what I mean? This doesn't affect their company. It doesn't affect their stock. It doesn't affect their profits. They don't give a fuck about any of this, I promise. I really don't want to continue talking about this because it's such nonsense. It's unreal. They didn't shut it down in the first place, dude. They just issued a C&D and Nostalria shut down. Do you think I chat a lot? Yeah, you say some really silly things, too. I think Nostalria is the Illuminati. It's possible. Do you ever get tired of people saying you look like Chris Metzen? No. Would it be possible to have a vanilla server with TBC talents? Yeah, absolutely. You would just make a TBC server and then make it so people can't level past 60 or go to anywhere else, you know. Rem, that's a good band, yeah. Would sacrifice your own life to let 100 people live? No, absolutely not. Especially if I don't know a single person, why would I? Why did they invite the NOS team to see them if it wasn't for PR? Probably because they are actually interested in making the server at some point, you know. But I think, honestly, I think they did it because they wanted to thank them. Like, the Nostalria's team actually did a great service to the people who used to play WoW, you know what I'm saying? So, it was definitely PR as well, but I think in realistic methods, they were actually trying to learn from them. Do you ever get tired? No. If Legion and Wrath had a baby, what do you think it would look like? I guess somewhere in between, like maybe Mop or something like that. I don't know. It's a weird question. These questions suck. Hey, Remy, what's up, buddy? How many times you're playing in that character? I mean, want to estimate my time leveling my druid. It's going to take you about 7 days average to get to 60, if that's what you're asking. It would look like WoD. Not that bad. Legion's great, and Wrath isn't that bad. But I guess it would be a bad expansion overall. Dude, what the fuck was that question? I don't think it was a question. What is your brutally honest opinion about Alex Sensual? Honestly, I think Alex Sensual gets a lot of undeserved hatred. I feel like I have a lot in common with the guy, and I would love to have a talk with him every once in a while. But I understand why people feel the way they do about him. I think, honestly, he's the perfect representation of the classic community. You know, knows just enough to be dangerous. Doesn't play the game super serious, though. Has very strong opinions and thinks, you know, everything he thinks is very near factual. Quick to trigger, you know, whenever anything goes wrong, he overreacts, I'd say. A lot of qualities that I share as well. So think he's a great representative of the classic community. Wrath of the Lich King was the best expansion. In my opinion, that is completely false. If Mop and Wrath had a baby, their baby would look like the best expansion ever. I don't know. I do not like Wrath at all. I don't think it's a good expansion. But I know a lot of people do. He was drunk as hell last night. Oh, that sucks. Alex is too salty and over emotional. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. He overreacts a lot, and he gets really bent out of shape quickly. He lets the chat get on his nerves really easily as well. Like, it's really funny. Say what you want about Alex, but he takes initiative that a lot of streamers don't. I agree. He is a lot different on his streams than in his video, though. I agree with that as well. On his video, he's not interacting with people. I feel like he's got a big problem with interacting with other people. I wonder how he is like in real life. Vazin, notice me, senpai? You're noticed. And you've been elevated to whatever honorific rank in the Japan feudal system would be. So you are senpai now as well. Congratulations. They are not interested in making legacy servers. Give me a break. Oh, they definitely are, dude. I guarantee they're. Blizzard's all about money right now. If at some point that makes them money, they will do it. Right now, it's not going to make them money. But your opinion on MOP, best expansion ever. 100%. Added more content and more content paths and tech in general than probably every other expansion put together almost. Let's see. If Kata and my mom had a baby, what would it look like? You. Someone gave his tune 80k gold. Yeah, I heard about that. Why? Was there any prompt for that? First of all, I don't know how you could even have 80k gold in Classic, but apparently people do. What do you think about Ace Games TV? He's a fucker. He's a fucker, dude. He's really just a rude motherfucker. You say MOP was a great expansion? I do. And I don't even, like, there's no opinion involved. It's an objective fact. I could list all the things added if you want, but it added more than most other expansions put together. So, MOP is the best, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Alex never, wait, what does that say? Alex never plays with anybody? Yeah, well, I mean, that's not that weird. Wow, mine as well. I love MOP, and the class design was just phenomenal. Yep. I mean, just all that stuff alone, the stuff they actually added. I bet none of you guys aren't PvPers. I bet you don't know how to string a sentence together. Didn't you hear him? That's what he said. About what? Say my name, Welly Kujala. Yeah, you just subbed. I saw it come up on the screen. Welcome. For me, CRZs are what killed WoW communities, and thus my joy. That's unfortunate. That's a really silly thing. The CRZs are only affecting like zones that are underpopulated, so it's actually a good thing. MOP was shit for us PvPers. Oh really? I don't know. I don't PvP, but I remember a lot of people saying they liked MOP at PvP. LeMayo. Hey, Romeo, what's up? I just googled Ace Games TV to see who he was. It's me. Timeless Isle was dope for PvP. Yeah, I mean, Timeless Isle alone was probably one of the biggest advancements for world content the game has ever seen. It wasn't shit. It was good, not the best, but it was good for us PvPers. Okay. If you want to play PvP, go. Yeah, to be honest, I kind of agree with Tavi. PvP is really bad in this game. Like, so if anybody's gonna complain about PvP, Anthony McGill just subscribed to us. Anyway, if anybody's gonna complain about PvP, I think you're barking up the wrong tree. You're goddamn right. Nice. It's for ganking. Let's see. Timeless Isle was great for getting ganked while leveling out. So that's true as well. Reckful, Soda Pop, and Sea-Doo, Venruki, Mitch Jones, Soda, Talbadar. I can name a lot more streamers. All of them hated MOP after a while. Okay, that's fine. That's their opinion though, right? MOP PvP was better than WoD and Legion. First season of every expansion is trashy. Okay. Good night. See ya, Haga. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck on your 42. My opinion, I like PvE is better than PvP. Your opinion doesn't fucking matter, dude. Go make stupid jokes again. The fuck you're talking about? PvP MOP was at its peak. Yeah, see, a lot of people do think that. Grouping with people you'll never see again in dungeons is what turned players into selfish pricks. At least on vanilla and TBC, there were repercussions for bad behaviors. Not many though. A lot of people say that, but it's really like, dude, the amount of ninjas and like shitty players I've seen on this server is more than live. That's for damn sure. But you're right overall. You have to play with other players to get anywhere. So reputation is more important in Classic. Let's see. Yeah, you take your opinion only from streamers. Lol, if you thought MOP PvP is bad, you haven't seen WoD. Yeah, that's true. I level Druid only to PvP. Very nice. Thanks, dude. Keep it up. Hey, no problem, buddy. You too. PvP and Wrath was godlike. Also in PvP, Kata was great. Nice. What do you think about anime? I'm not really. I don't really watch any anime. So let's talk about the real issue here. Roleplay. All right, Jester, I'm gonna ban you now. Thanks for stopping by, but we don't have our peers in chat, dude. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's see. PvP and Wrath was shit. Yeah, I remember a lot of imbalance with DKs. I remember that much. Mob PvP wasn't that bad. WoD was way worse. I agree. Can you rate the expansions from worst to best? You really want to do that, dude? All right, we're gonna fucking do it. Incoming trigger warning, guys. You might want to mute the stream for the next 10 minutes because this is gonna trigger a lot of people. All right, so best expansion. We're not gonna include Legion because Legion's only been out for 4 months. But I will say this: Legion is the best expansion we've ever had for a 4-month window. Without any question, it's the best launch ever. But we'll exclude Legion. So best expansion, MoP. 100%. MoP added the most content of any expansion on launch and afterwards. It had amazing patches. Every single patch had a lot of content in it, and it added some of the most important tech the game has ever seen. After that, the second best expansion was the Burning Crusade. The Burning Crusade added revolutionary ideas for dungeons, for class balance, and the way the game played, like dailies and stuff like that. Also changed the raid difficulty to the 25-man, which was a very important step forward, as 40-mans were just too difficult to balance, and they weren't sustainable. You can't rely on 40 people regularly. The next expansion, all the other expansions after that are a huge step down from both of those. But after that, I would have to say the next expansion is, I guess, Wrath. I guess we have to say Wrath, right? Like, what's left? Wrath, Kata, and WoD. Yeah, so we have to say Wrath, unfortunately, even though I think Wrath is definitely a very weak expansion. It broke everything that TBC added, essentially. It continued to balance the classes, but in a way that started towards homogenization, which I don't like. It devalued a lot of the group buffs that were very prevalent in Classic and TBC. Further destroyed the world by adding heirlooms and making leveling even easier. And also completely crushed raiding because of the 10 to 25 man split. Also had 2 of the worst raids ever. And it added LFG. Some really, 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 really bad things in Wrath. Kata is marginally worse than Wrath, but only really bad because it added almost no endgame content. The Kata revamp of the world was extremely good, but other than that, almost everything in Kata was quite poor. Firelands was a really good raid, probably one of the best raids ever, but the first tier was really poorly made. A lot of the bosses were way harder than they should be, and the ones after them were way easier than they should be. And Heroic Nefarian was a fucking buggy piece of shit that, to this day, still does not work the way they want it to. And then after that, Warlord's Drainer, objectively the worst expansion ever. Added the least amount of content any of expansions ever had. Was way too long for how little content it had, and only had 1 major patch. There you go. I don't include Vanilla. Vanilla is not an expansion. I'm sure some people are wondering how I feel about Vanilla. Vanilla is probably my second favorite era of the game, other than whatever the current era is. Just because, it's very different than whatever the current era is, but yeah. Hey, Marcin, what's up? My opinion, best expansion in order, MoP, Kata, BC, Wrath, Legion, WoD. Cool. Firelands was really good, though. It was really good, for sure. But 1 good raid out of 3 was not enough to redeem an expansion that had basically no new content. Kata had great dungeons. Yeah, I never felt that way. I feel like people didn't actually do the Kata heroics because they weren't actually difficult. They were just really overtuned. Like, they were tuned that in a way that was not commensurate with the actual gear you were rewarded. So I don't know. People seem to not remember that. At least in my opinion, people seem to not remember the Kata dungeons very well. Triggered? Fuck you then. No, I'm just kidding. My best expansion ever? Yeah, sure, man. Nice troll. I could explain it in detail, but I really don't care to. Go Pats? Nah, fuck the Patriots. Mop is the worst just for introducing pandas. Well, that alone is content, right? So when we're talking about Mop being the best, we're talking about it doing its job, and it did its job better than any other expansion. Not Worgen. Yeah, honestly, I mean, fucking pandas are really not, like, pandas are awesome, honestly. The whole Pandaren theme and the island that they start on and stuff like that is just exceptional. It's really exceptional. No, LFG was in 3.4 or whatever ICC was, 3.5, I don't know. If you like hard content, let's see. Is Warrior bad for PvP in Vanilla? No, it's really good in PvP. Lich King Dungeon was best IMO. Wrath really took the game from great to legendary. Yeah, I completely agree. Or completely disagree. Wrath dungeons were terrible compared to TBC and Kata. Like, on both sides, they were just easy. Like, we were in Wrath, we stopped needing CC, you know what I mean? And we started getting AoE threat on all tanks, so the dungeons became like really face roll really quick. and there was like no real challenge to them. You know, like they gave the badges. So at like in ICC, you were running the same difficulty heroic that you were at the beginning and getting gear that was better than the last 3 raids. You know, lore-wise, Mop and Kata was just Blizzard milking the store and delaying getting back to Legion. You're probably right. I don't have any. I can't defend the lore of Mop. It wasn't very good, honestly. Let's see. Blizz really upped their graphics game in Mop. Yeah. Kata and Mop were huge graphical advancements. Are you racist in game? Yes. The day has come. Your opinions are retarded, and all my Wrath brothers agree. That's fine. I don't. Yeah. You guys are welcome to disagree. Obviously, it's an opinion. How's Druid and PvP and Vanilla? They're good for like utility, but not very good damage wise. I think you can't really kill someone. I'm sure you can, but I don't know. It's not very good. I'm sure. To clarify, how much worth Wrath was in TBC and Pandaria? Can you put a number? Yeah. So Wrath is like a 5 out of 10, and TBC is a 9 out of 10, and Mop is a 10 out of 10. You know. So that's the way I feel anyway. I hate PvE so much that in 4 years of playing this cancer addictive game, I did maybe 3 raids. Damn, that's crazy. I feel like the only person that doesn't like Legion. What, you're the only person, you mean? Suck my 2-inch show. Damn, what the fuck? I told you it was gonna trigger people. I told you. You should have muted the video. You should have just muted it. You could have came back 10 minutes later. This all would have been done. We wouldn't talk about this anymore. Hey Josh, what's up, buddy? You and Monk Winner. You guys should get together, man. You'd make a tight team. No, thank you. I'm not into that, but if you are, it's okay. Man, you're chill. Subbing. Thanks, Chid Kid Kiddo. Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate you saying that. I'm epic. I have filthy Frank. Yeah, seriously. I hate PvP so much that I've done like 5 battlegrounds and that's it. Yeah, I don't like PvP. Philippe says, yeah. Oh, we're almost halfway to 30 to 24. It's crazy. It's going pretty quick. Did you just assume his gender? Yes. I loved the TBC, all the raid. My favorite was Karazhan. Yeah, Karazhan was really cool. Karazhan was like, you know, the first light raid the game has ever had. Well, I don't know. Karazhan and ZG were amazing. Honestly, really good for their time. Sorry, buddy. What race do you hate in game? No, I was just kidding. Me and who? Josh. Are you questing? Yeah, just grinding. Just grinding. Do you miss the hype WoW had during Wrath? That was a good thing to miss about Wrath, but not really, no. Man, you stream a lot. It's hard to keep track. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. I don't have a life, dude, so I just kind of play WoW all day. What's the expected level per hour for 30s? It's about like a 3.5 hour level once you're in the 30s. Seriously, though, the best raid ever is Wailing Caverns. That's a 5-man. PvP is only fun if you can run around one-shotting everyone. That could be fun, yeah. Joshua and whatever, Monk Winner. I like how there are different types of WoW players. I left because of Pandaria, came back because of Legion, and I only PvP. Yeah, it's awesome. That's what I'm saying. That's why this community is so great, and that's the thing that really upset me yesterday. How so many people were so quick to just shit on Blizzard, and I don't know. It's just really unfortunate, man. Everybody likes different things, and that's why this game is just so great. Like, it's why it transcends time. Because, you know, people want to play this version of a 13-year-old game. And people also want to play the new one, you know what I mean? So you can't say that one is better than the other. They're so immensely different. You really can't. But people, like, force their opinions on other people. And it's probably the biggest reason why Blizzard won't do private servers. Because they don't respect the quality of people that are asking for it. And that needs to change if Blizzard is ever going to do official Legacy. Only single thing that Wrath brought that was great was Ulduar. It had a few good things, but yeah, Ulduar was exceptional, that's for sure. To everyone here saying PvP is boring, check out Reckful 3K video. No thanks. Best raid Siege of Orgrimmar, but upset that Garrosh was killed off in WoD. He was a good character, I really liked him. PvE is boring, you're boring. Reckful is overrated. I definitely agree. He's definitely overrated at WoW. And games in general. He's really not as good as everyone thinks he is at games. It's kind of funny to me. It's alright at Hearthstone, I guess, but PvP is boring. Most of the PvP community is just gankers, especially in Classic. What's your favorite lore character, and what character do you hate? I don't really care much for the lore, but if I had to hate one character, I think, like, Garrosh makes me hate him, you know? But that means he's a good character. That means they did a good job. Legion and vanilla are like two pictures. Some people like one picture more than the other, and that's okay. Exactly. I honestly completely agree. I wish more people felt that way. I'm really glad that the people who watch my stream like overwhelmingly agree with that, because if I had people watching me who were just sitting here all day saying like, "Lol, you're a fucking retard, you play Legion," then I don't think I would stream. You know what I'm saying? How about Crip as a gamer? Also overrated. But you know, it's a lot of these people got in early when gaming was all about time investment, and they had a lot of time to invest. You know. I mean, Reckful's rating says otherwise. When's the last time you played WoW, dude? How can you say someone's bad when he set the world record? Because I'm not saying who said he was bad. First of all, I didn't say he was bad. Okay, I'm just saying everybody like looks to Reckful like he was some god's gift to World of Warcraft. But I'd like to see him do the same thing now. Is what I'm saying. You know, how long did it take you to hit 60 on your first time? You mean back like when I was 13? It took me like probably months played. I don't know. I have no idea. Old man, who's that? Who's Reckful? He's like a streamer who plays Hearthstone now, but used to be one of the best PvPers in WoW. He got banned because account sharing. Lol, you're a fucking retard. You like Legion? Please don't ban me. Ah, you guys are so nice. Warmain community is even worse than League of Legends. Damn. Legion is fast-paced arcade game. Vanilla is more like relaxing classic RPG. I completely agree. That is a very well described statement you made there. He was though? Oh yeah, he was at one point. I'm just saying. I don't know. Whenever I go into Reckful streams, he seems more like a comedian than a serious player to me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's bad at the games he plays, but I really, you know, I think he got in at the right time. He was really good at WoW when he played it, but he hasn't played it for many years. And now he plays Hearthstone, which essentially just has like RNG. You know what I mean? Like there's very little skill involved in Hearthstone compared to other games. So he was a god's gift to WoW. Just because you say I would like to see him do it now, that's like saying Usain Bolt. I guess you're right about that. It's a good comparison. Is grinding more efficient than questing? In my opinion, yes. Reckful is the pedophile, right? I couldn't say on that. Was and is are two different things. Agreed. You guys are right about that. What world record did he break? I'm not aware of any records, but I think he had the highest like rating or whatever at the time. Grinding is more fun. Questing gives more experience, but has bigger competition. That's true. Dwelling in the past. That's a bit, you know, it's true, but it's also false at the same time. I don't know how to describe that, but how long till 60 at this pace, you think? 7 days average. I have a lot of downtime though. Like when I'm streaming, I'm not paying attention to the game at all, so it's not going nearly as quick as it could. Good evening, Board Slide. How you been, man? How's it going? Everyone here is dwelling in the past. I mean, that's why I said like it's kind of a silly thing to bring up, right? Like dwelling in the past, because that's basically what we're doing right now. So I don't know. I agree with you. He was a very good player at the time. I'm just saying, like from what I see recently, I don't see a competitive gamer anymore. I think he has changed a lot recently. DD watching Tao. Who's Tao? General Tao from Dragon Ball. I wonder what happened at BWL. Oh yeah, BWL. I forgot about that. You. 7 days game time or 7 days game time. Who are we talking about? Me. Why can't we all just play what we like and end the debate? Yo, shut the fuck up, banana. If you ever make a statement like that again, I'll peel your ass. Hey, Darlox, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? How's it going? General Tao's chicken is delicious. That's true. Yeah, recently Reckful is a comedian. I completely agree. He doesn't play to be the best anymore. He lost all his motivation when he got banned by this stupid stream. Yeah, I completely agree. Do you want to make out with the D? No. Most competitive gamers get burned out by age 30. I think you're right about that, yeah. I honestly think you are. Like, who is that big league guy who retired recently? He's like 28 or some shit like that. He's not even old at all, you know? Monk Winner, you're so weird. Who the fuck is the D? Yeah, who fucking knows? Who's weirdo? Oh, we got another sub. It's Chris Nayans. Hey there, guys. It's Chris Nayans, and today I'm back with another sub for you. Man, if you had to be honest, which do you like more, Legion or Vanilla? They're both very different passions for me. I think the better question would be if I had to only play one, which would it be? And the answer would be Legion. but I don't, luckily, so I can play them both. Like, I play vanilla more, and a lot of that is because it takes a lot longer to get done what I want to get done. Like, for example, I logged on to Legion yesterday. We did 4 dungeons in the span of 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do 4 dungeons in the span of 2 hours in Classic if I was paying somebody, you know what I'm saying? So they're very different for that reason. There's nothing wrong with debate. Nothing is more annoying than people who try to shut it down. Yeah, he was just joking. Would you prefer a good scripted mob server? Not really, because there probably wouldn't be many people. The main reason I play on this server is because there's a lot of people. Do you think artifact weapons were successful? Hugely successful, yes. Crip has a lot of nice things on his resume. Many top rankings as DPS and WLK. You saying Wrath of the Lich King? Top rankings as a DPS, though? That I wouldn't say that's really that big of a deal. Who's your celebrity crush? I don't know. There's a couple. I couldn't pick one, I don't think. Gotta go to school in 7 hours. I have no fuel in my car and I can't sleep. What should I do? I guess you should kill yourself, considering you're asking before. No, that's not even funny. I would just go get gas, dude. An illusion. What are you hiding? That's pretty funny. Take a bus. Just don't go to school. Hi, you're handsome. You talking to me? Thanks, man. Will first are bullshit. All it shows is they have a lot of free time. For a lot of reasons, I agree. But they are legitimate ranking of World of Warcraft. But sadly, mob servers haven't gotten a lot of love. WoW Freaks is good, but it has a lot to go. Oh, really? Do mob servers have good, like, well working, like, scripted challenge modes? Because that would be like the #1 thing I would want to do in mob is challenge modes. How often do you masturbate? Usually once in the evening before I go to bed. Wow, Metro, that's harsh. No, he's been talking about it all day. It's not harsh. I actually asked before if I should kill myself, so I had that coming. Yeah, exactly. What was your angriest point in your WoW career? When we were wiping on Heroic Garage to the same fucking shit after 8 hours worth of pulling it over and over again. You could do 4 runs of RFC in 2 hours easy. Maybe RFC, yeah. Let's see. Can you STFU? Third time you ask. No, he's cool. He's cool. He's chilling. No, you don't skip school if you don't have your future worked out. That's not true. You can do that. You can do that. It's not like it's gonna stop. What do you think of the huge numbers at the moment? Numbers are something that does not concern me whatsoever. I couldn't give a shit if I was hitting for 1 billion or 1. It doesn't matter to me. Are you happy? No. Are you talking to yourself? Yeah, he is. But a few people are in this chat, so. Really not a fan of Mythic Plus, but I feel forced to do it. I really enjoy Mythic Raids and just cleared Mythic Xavius last week. I'm worried about going to get sat in Nighthold because I don't grind. Well, unfortunately, if you're in a competitive guild, then yeah, you do have to keep up with the game. But I would urge you to join a guild that doesn't care, you know? I myself am the GM of a guild like that, and I'm not going to ever sit anyone for any reason. Unless they're constantly dying to the same mechanic over and over again. You know, that has nothing to do with their gear. So maybe just time to find another guild. I'm not sure. Or time to take a little bit of a slower roll. Is it possible to transfer your items gold from Nostalrius to Elysium? No. How can I be talking to myself when I'm answering your questions? That's a good point, actually, yeah. Is there a special young lady in my life? Unfortunately, not anymore. What the fuck? Server's still down on Heroes? WoW? That's because that place is shit. Just join a more casual guild in Legion? Exactly. Yeah, I agree. If they're like mandating that you have 54 traits for Nighthold, then yeah, you got a lot of work to do. Who do I have to blow to join your guild while in live? If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it on Tuesday. I'll be streaming on One Legion on Tuesday, so. Worst boss fight? Nefarian Heroic. Easily the worst boss I've ever done. Nefarian Heroic is by far the worst boss fight I've ever done in my entire life. No, I don't, Alexo. Just my hand, you know. What's so interesting about their servers anyway? Yeah, he's just desperate for attention, so he keeps bringing it up. What level are you, and what gear do you have? You do so many DPS. I'm 23, as you can see on the right side here. Here's my gear. It's actually really good. A couple of really nice blues. Some really good gear, honestly. Blue chest. F25 man Heroic was really, yes, it was fucking insanely buggy, dude. The amount of times the fucking boss would evade, or people would DC, or all this, that was the worst fight they've ever had in the game, honestly. It really triggers me just thinking about it, because we wiped for that boss for fucking weeks, and at least half of our pulls were because of nonsense that we couldn't control. Why Nefarian was kind of cool with the lava? Yeah, but the lava like DC'd people for some reason. You had to jump into the lava half the time, and there was this weird collision issue back in Kata that if you jumped onto uneven terrain, you would DC from the game for some reason because it was like an auto, like a hack detection essentially. So like it's like one of the most important mechanics of the fight actually disconnected you from the game. Damn your gear. Is Shadow Priest good for PvP or PvE? PvP for sure. They're very good in PvP. PvE, they're very niche. You know, we won't be able to play until the 16 debuff cap comes. Atramedes was also very buggy. He was, but he's a lot easier, so the bugs didn't really... oh, yeah, you can pull him out of his room. I forgot about that, yeah. These pillars were so fucked up, I can't even describe it. Yes, it was really bad. That's the worst fight that's ever been in the game. For as hard as it was terrible. Have you ever had an intimate relation with Mankirk's wife? Who's that? Mankirk. Is that a streamer? Sounds familiar. But no, I don't know his wife either way. I miss those good old days when I could buy sex in Goldshire for 50 silver. Yeah, the inflation's really got crazy. Lol, get fucked by lava, basically, yeah. And that was like one of the hardest parts of the fight too. So we'd get there and, you know, we could wipe to the not getting interrupts or doing the mechanics poorly anyway. Or we could wipe because an important person just went offline kind of thing, you know. I don't have a worse fight, although I have a best fight. Lich King 25 Heroic, yeah, that was a really cool fight. That was definitely a really cool fight. I tried vanilla, but it feels too clunky IMO. I'm used to high-paced action. Yeah, I completely agree with that. If you're used to like the combat of Legion, you won't like Legion. You won't like Classic at all. They're very different though. Barons has internet. Each raid needs a Shadow Priest, right? Not until the 16 debuff cap. Was that a joke about what? Lil Mankirk is a dude who wants you to slaughter Quillbore because they killed his wife. Oh, what, a quest giver you mean? Find Mankirk's next paragraph wife. People on the new server are so dumb they sell badges on the auction house for 2 silver, but when you sell it to vendor you get 50 more copper. Okay, yeah, that's because they're using add-ons. That's why that's happening. Mankirk is a quest giver in Northern Barrens, and in earlier expansions I have to find his wife. Interesting. Yeah, it's a quest giver. Gotcha. I don't do quests, so I don't know any of them. What would you recommend to a player who has never played WoW? Should he play Legion or Vanilla or another expansion? I'd recommend that you check it out yourself, you know. All of the answers to those questions are highly, highly subjective, so I can't really answer that for you. Legion is much more accessible. It requires less upfront cost to be good at the game, to be like proficient at the game. But it is very difficult. If you're going to raid, you're going to have to spend a lot of time playing it. The top players in the world probably have like 50, 60 days played on their characters by now. So you're going to have to do that if you're going to be good at Legion. Whereas Classic, it takes a lot of upfront investment, but after that, it doesn't require much effort. You just have to spend a lot of time in the raids, and that's pretty much it. What would you recommend to a player? Oh, wait, that's literally the question I just answered. The only reason I don't play Vanilla, it's because I don't have a second monitor for browsing the internet. Oh, you should get one, dude. You just missed your chance. Your monitors were really low at Christmas. Give me some advice, Uncle Metro. Alright, don't be a fucking retard all your life. Let's see. I don't know why I like watching you, but I do. Awesome, Sam. I'm really glad that you feel that way, man. I really am appreciative for every single one of my viewers. I'd rather choose Legion for new players since you can do class trials and see what... That's true. That's a good point. You could technically do that on some instant 60 servers, though. There's a... I can't remember. I think it's called, like, Retro WoW or something like that. A server that is an instant 60 fun server, so you can just level on that. 60 days? I bet they have more. Yeah, you're probably right. But maybe on one character they have 60, right? They probably have like 70 to 80 days played across all their characters. What do you prefer, doggy style or reverse cowgirl? In porn, reverse cowgirl, but in doggy style, I guess in like actual sex, probably doggy. Retro WoW, yep. You even appreciate me? Of course. Well, I don't have the space for a second monitor on my desk. That's unfortunate. You can always hang it on your wall. I know a lot of people who have like a TV on their wall as their second monitor. I had more days on private TB server. Well, yeah, but the expansion's only been out for 4 months, dude. That's like almost half of the available time the game's been out. You understand? So, what's your favorite expansion? I just went over that. If you want to like go back 20 minutes, you can probably find it. I just gave like a breakdown of all my favorite expansions. But MOP was probably my favorite and is also the best expansion in my opinion. Well, not even my opinion. Objectively, the best expansion. But the time I've had the most fun so far has been Legion for sure. Click the alarm icon by Metro subscribe button. For what? An alarm button. Oh, what, for notifications? Is that what you guys are saying? Since they don't have understanding of the game and they don't know what they like. It's true, but I mean that's basically what he was asking for, so we're just answering his question as best we can, you know. You can also use Vital Super Resolution of your graphics driver and just run it half and half. Oh, really? Sorry, haha, been lurking while leveling. Yeah, no problem, buddy. I'm happy to answer any questions, so if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Sometimes the best of my ability is to tell you to watch a previous version of me explain the answer. Boom, that 100 crit. You guys, man, I am fucking tearing these mobs up. It's unbelievable how overpowered my character is right now. These mobs are getting fucking slaughtered. And next level we're gonna have, yes, oh no, not yet. 2 more levels. We'll get Blood Frenzy, which is so fucking good. It's unbelievable. Do you play TB? Wait, did you play? Yeah, I played all that shit. I didn't play as much TBC as I did Classic, but I played them at the time. TBC was when I was in college, so look at this fucking guy. Fucking stealth. Anyway, TBC was when I had just gotten to college in TBC, so I didn't play nearly as much because I was worried about other stuff at the time. I just crit for 20, beat that. Get fucked, dude. I just beat crit for 100 with the auto attack. There's a good storm snipe pocket. Wait, a good storm snout pocket below Eastern Quillbore, south of Northwatch. South of Northwatch? South of Northwatch is Dustwall Marsh. I guess you mean like over here? Did you play Alliance in Vanilla? Yeah, I played a dwarf warrior. My desk is between 2 closets, and above the desk is a cupboard containing all my school stuff. Oh, that sucks. Norbix Bird. Level's right here. Can you see the mouse today? Hope so. No. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, there it is. Yeah, you can see it right there. Cool. What do you do for work? I'm a dental assistant, and I also do YouTube part-time. What do you think you're going to play more? Elysium PvP? Zekther? I won't be playing Zekther at all. So, Elysium PvP. Yes? Oh. Right here, then? Yeah, I think I was there. Yeah, we'll head back there. We'll see what's up. But they're like level 20, aren't they? I'm looking for like 23s at this point. Okay, Alliance explains why you don't know Mancrook's wife. All is forgiven. Why are the NOS devs Blizz cucks? I don't know. It's a good question. Why are you only an assistant? Because I didn't get accepted to dental school. Do you think people here are super selfish? I mean, I'm Horde and people left me to die from mobs so many times. Not really. To be honest, if you're dying to mobs, then you should reevaluate how you're leveling. That's like the main reason I'm grinding, right? Because all of those things, everything that you just brought up is solved by grinding, essentially. I just got some ice cream cake. Want some? No. Is single target mob grinding faster than using a guide like Joanna's? May not be faster, but I find it more consistent, and it's way more conducive to what I'm doing right now, which is kind of relaxing and talking to the stream the whole time, you know. A cuck is short for cuckold, who's somebody who enjoys seeing their wife with another man, and people have taken it to mean like you're a bitch and you let your wife fuck another man, like she is doing it to you basically, because it's like this weird fetish genre of porn that's developed over the last few years. But in reality, like years ago, a cuckold is just somebody who enjoys, it's like a swinger basically. So like you're the man, you're watching your wife get fucked basically, and you both enjoy it, you know. There's nothing shameful about it. Hey Billy, what's up, buddy? How's it going, Leona? How's leveling going for you? Grinding is boring? Yeah, it's definitely boring. I agree with that. That's why I'm enjoying streaming when I do it. Do you grind on his own and then quest through it? Or no, I just grind. What political party do you affiliate with? Neither. The Azeroth party. Blondes or brunettes? I don't care about hair color at all. Do you like answering my questions? No. Why did you because somebody asked. Somebody asked what it was. I just explained what it was. Haha, deep talk, man. Yeah, I mean, that's what it actually is, so. Oh, well, gotta go. All right, Chid Kit, thanks for the compliment before. See you maybe tomorrow or something. Are you a swinger? No, but I might be if I actually had a woman who was interested in that. I don't know. I'm very limited by the fact that I play World of Warcraft 10 hours a day, so it's difficult to judge my sexual ambiguity. I really love the stream. You're really honest. Thanks, man. I really pride myself on that. Should I be afraid of Zekthar? Should die out in the future? It will die out 100%, but I think they'll probably merge it, so there's no reason to be afraid. Very good answer. Thank you, Sam. How's the PvP community on Elysium? I'm not sure. I haven't gotten to that point yet. So many questions, inquisitive children. You could be a swinger. I guess I could see myself doing it. Why do they turn their elections into reality television pageantry? It's just developed that way. I wouldn't say anybody's doing it on purpose, but you know, the news companies are looking for views as well, so it's obvious that that's part of it. But I'm not sure past that. Dude, that would be hot. Yeah, I see. Will you play Priest tonight in ZG? Absolutely. That's pretty degenerate. What is? How do you live? 10 hours WoW, 8 hours work, 6 hours sleep. Well, I don't play 10 hours of WoW when I work 8 hours, but what are your thoughts on Nostev's decision to stop the project? I gave a full talk about that yesterday. It's like the first 20 minutes of yesterday's stream, so I'd check that out. Let me guess, you're 23, 27 actually. Who's hot, Jaina or Sylvanas? I don't know. They're both characters in a video game, so. Let's see. How many 60s you got so far between all classic servers? Between all classic servers, like 20, I think. I usually have 4 60s on each classic project I played on, and I played on 4. But I never actually got to 60 in on Chronos, so. Why do you act like the concept of socialism is an ideological black plague? I actually am strongly in favor of socialism. More socialistic properties in the United States of America would be very healthy for it. Do you know where I can learn staves at the Weapon Master? Unfortunately, no. Depends a lot on your faction, I think, right? The guy is named Akatosh, like from Skyrim. Oh yeah, this guy followed me. I didn't even paid attention. I assume it's one of you guys. What the fuck, you don't even look that old? What do you work as? Dental assistant. Cannabis or alcohol? Neither. I'm straight edge, honestly. Oh god, Clemson alum. What's up? Cannabis boy. Yeah, I guess if I had to pick one, it would be alcohol, but I don't really have many vices like that. You seem like a good speaker. Thank you. Yeah, dude, it's me. Oh, sweet. Welcome. Horde learns staves in Thunderbluff. Shitpost? What? $10 PayPal if you kill him? No, I won't be able to do that. He's almost he's 11 levels higher than I am. Or no, he's 9 levels higher than I am. Yeah. Bigfoot or chemtrails? More likely to be real. Bigfoot, 100%. Chemtrails are definitely not real. Still a good answer. Thank you. What do you think about hentai? Everybody has their interests, not mine. Bigfoot is real. Yeah, I agree. Why don't you go to Ashenville? Why would I? This guy wants to be famous. Let him. I embrace all manner of interest on my stream. Bigfoot Israel? I don't think he's in Israel, but I think he may be a factual creation. So what does a dental assistant do? It's a long story. Basically, I seat the patient, I greet the patient, I make sure they're comfortable, I prepare whatever the procedure we're gonna do for them, for the dentist. I alert the dentist of any, maladies or any reasons that they're in. I recommend, what we should do based on the patient's interest. I work side by side with the dentist to make sure that the patient is comfortable. I clean up the mess in the room after the patient leaves. The main job, like most of the time spent in the dental procedure, is suctioning, which is like removing liquid and blood from the mouth. So that's like 50% of the job, pretty much. But I don't know. There's a lot of things. He sucks at patient. Why don't you do quests? Because I prefer grinding. Chemtrails, look it up, boyo. Vanilla or BC? I think I'd prefer BC, but right now there's only good vanilla projects, so kind of stuck with classic. Hey boss, what do you think it's worth to play on the NOS PvP server as a new one, or is it better to play in the other something else? I don't know, whatever you prefer. There's a lot of differences, like there's other reasons to consider it, so. I've seen a few adult videos that start off with dental assistants making their patient comfortable. Daniel Pavlov, thanks for the sub. Yeah, I have as well, honestly. Is this WoW? No. Lol, fair enough. If an ambulance is on its way to save somebody and runs someone over, does it stop to help them? That's a great question. I have no idea. You need a science-based degree for dental assistant? Not really, no. The degree I got has not been used by me. Spent like $80,000 on the degree. Grinding grinds my teeth. You saw what I did there. Funny, best pun of 2017. Glad we can all respect each other's opinion and laugh together. Me too, man. That's the best part about streaming. We can all laugh, even if we don't agree on things. We are at least adults enough to talk it out, and you know, no matter what, even if it gets heated, we still enjoy each other. GDV just subbed as well. Very nice, man. A lot of subs today. You want a sub? Thanks, Dan. Keep on streaming. I have to go to sleep, but we'll watch you the next time I see you online. That'll be tomorrow. What is your degree in? In undergrad, I got a bachelor's of science in biology with a minor in chemistry, and then I went on to get my master's degree in biotechnology. And now I play World of Warcraft 10 hours a day and make hundreds of dollars a month from YouTube and work as a dental assistant. So that was worth it. Is this WoW? No. Is it legal to travel down a road in reverse as long as you're following the direction of the traffic? No. Edacopter just subbed. Welcome. I'm not an adult. I'm only 12. That sucks. You should get older. On which level will you get Mountain Vanilla? It's possible to get it at 40, but most people don't have enough money by then. I'm not adult enough to respect your opinion. Can't accept MOP as the best WoW expansion. It's fine. You're welcome to your opinion. Just the only thing about the whole MOP discussion is I would urge you to look objectively at the expansion. You really probably don't realize how many things it actually added that were really important. So that's the one thing about MOP. I don't really feel like it's my favorite expansion as well because I really like the Asian theme. I know a lot of people don't like that, but objectively it is the most successful. Like, it added more things than any other expansion. So it is the best, technically, you know, like, defined expansion. Is this World of Warcraft? No. I want a degree for WoW. Me too. What degree do you have? I literally just answered that. Did you not hear it? Why does the Easter Bunny carry eggs? Rabbit don't lay eggs. That's a good question. I really couldn't say. Let's see. Oh my god, the cannabis industry, my industry, could really pay you big bucks for making hash oils for them. That'd be cool. Let's see. Why do you guys keep capitalizing random words? Because they're children. Subhuman illiterates is the answer. What things did Mop add? Also, why is Warlock helping you? I think he's just a viewer. So Mop added, so let's see, let's try to go through them all. There's so many. Scenario tech. Let's try to go in succession. Scenario tech. Oh god, careful. Scenario tech, Proving Grounds, Brawlers Guild, Timeless Isle style concept, Challenge mode style dungeon concept. That's the other one. Pet battles. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it did get added. Connected realms. Saved a lot of low pop realms. Flexible rating sizes. Easily one of the most important additions. And so connected realms and flexible rating sizes are like easily some of the most important additions the game's ever had. It was the only expansion to ever have a new class and race, and added, in my opinion, the best starter zone in the video game. And one of the most complicated classes in the video game prior to Demon Hunter. It added, let's see, changed the PvP system entirely. The PvP power addition, whatever all that shit was, big revolutionary PvP changes, but they have since changed again, so it's not really one to consider. Let's see, added three new raids to the game, obviously. Also, every single patch had a large amount of content. 5.1 and 5.3 were almost as big as the actual raid tier patches. Toys. Oh yeah, was that the first expansion to have toys? So yeah. Timeless Isle is the most shit concept ever. Well, that's your opinion. Your comp specs? I'm not sure, honestly. It also added herpes and feralus. That's true. Sorry, Metro, for a question. Where are you from? East Coast, United States. Let's see. I'm at 5%. 5% what? Brain capacity? What would you do if you inherited $1 million tomorrow? I would do a lot of giveaways on stream and buy myself I would, first of all, the first thing I would do is pay off school loans, and then like give all my family a small cut of it. And then from then on out, we would use that money to make streaming and YouTube full time. Let's see. What do you do when you see an endangered animal that is eating an endangered plant? I kill both. Let's see. Timeless Isle was a shit. Yeah, honestly, I loved it. So I understand why people didn't like it, but regardless, it's a great addition to the game. Like, all of those things I listed are major additions that are still being used 5 years later, you know? So You like the Kata remake of the world? It was good, but it kind of ruined Kata because they spent so much time on that they had to cut a lot of the other stuff. Finney and Griffin keep saying a word that I won't say out loud, but I would prefer if you didn't say it. And do you think that Blizzard will ever stop creating content for WoW? Probably not, but there may come a day where they try to make like content backwards instead, like kind of go backwards instead of make new content. I like your Randy Marsh. Okay. Why do people think that swaying their arm back and forth would change the direction of a bowling ball? That's a good question. I think it's about momentum. Okay, I'm gonna have to ban this guy. Or did that guy really not pull that mob? Hey, says Light Skin Hokage. How's it going, buddy? Do you think Blizzard will release legacy servers? Absolutely, 100% chance. Just when. It's just when. It won't be anytime soon. Any Mars, thank you. Yeah, for real. That freaking guy. I don't understand. Like, guys, if you're gonna, you know, you can troll, you could laugh, we all have a good time. But if you're gonna be like a 12-year-old and just say curse words over and over again, then I would prefer if you didn't. Hey Metro, what's your home address? I prefer not to give that out, dude. When do you think WoW will end? Probably never. Maybe like 20 years from now. Mop or mop? Neither. Neither are fun to play in Classic. Let's see. Why is it that everyone driving faster than you is considered an idiot and everyone driving slower than you is a moron? That's an opinion. I couldn't say. You should go to Belmodan in Southern Barrens near instant respawns of squishy mobs. Really? Instant respawns? I might check that out, actually. I need to vendor, so we're going to do that. Hey, Cop, what's up, buddy? As much as I despise Timeless Isle, it was because I could never walk anywhere without 5 steps without being ganked. Exactly. It was actually a really healthy world environment. Timeless Isle is easily one of the best things they've added in the last 6 years. And it's like the foundation for what is World Quest now. So, best spell in the game? Any experience? What? You mean like what do I think is the best spell in the game? I don't know if there is one. Spells are used so frequently, it's like asking which word in the English language is my favorite, you know? I use them all so frequently that they lose their impact. But I guess maybe Divine Intervention, pretty useful. Today a man knocked on my door and asked for a small donation towards the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. That's rude of you. I can't believe you did that. Ganking equals healthy. You're watching Classic, buddy. I don't know. I don't know what you're telling me. Or maybe you're agreeing with me. If you are, then that's a good thing. What state do you live in? Pennsylvania. Why do spaceships in Star Wars fall and crash when gravity is a thing? I'm not sure. Is the S or the C silent in scent? The C, right? Have you ever been to England? No, but I know I have a lot of friends that live in England, so someday I'd love to go. How's it going, Do? Hey, Mitch. I find it ironic that the colors red, white, and blue stand for freedom until they are flashing behind you. That's a pretty good one. Momentum, bro. Physics. Right. About the bowling ball from 10 minutes ago that we were talking about. I am lol. Sarcasm is hard to predict on the internet. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's just the timing, but other times it's how it's presented, so it's difficult. I just joined. Welcome, Monk Winner. How's your birthday? What level are you at now? Level is right here, Aaron Gaines. I am 23. On my way to being one of the best shaman in World of Warcraft PvP. The stream is so good. Thanks, John. Man, you're so great. I'm glad that you feel that way. What does the scroll lock key on your key? What does the scroll lock key on your keyboard does? I don't have one of those, so I don't know. Where is that? I don't have one of those. I don't know. I'll be your Mitch if you be my Sea-Doo. Okay, but I don't watch them enough to know like any other memes that we could go for. So, Father's Day, the most confusing day in the ghetto. That's probably true. Holy crap! I moved from PA, born and raised. Nice, that's awesome. Do you like fantasy? You mean like the fantasy genre? Yes, I love it. It's my favorite. I always say that if I could live in Westeros, I would rather live in Westeros than the United States of America. Shaman? It's a joke because of Sea-Doo. He keeps calling me Sea-Doo. Every keyboard has scroll lock, not me. Where would it be? I don't see it. Maybe it's like a function or something. Like you have to hold 2 buttons to do it, but I don't see any scroll lock. It's right. It's between print screen and pause break above home. Not for me. Print screen and pause break are right next to each other on my keyboard. What is your opinion about WoD? Did it make you lose any faith in Blizzard as developers? No, not at all. It made me lose faith in the game, but not development. The game was still well developed. It was just very thin. Let's see. If you are truly from PA, then I have only one important question. Steelers, 100%. Next to print screen, yeah. If you had to choose between committing suicide or kill yourself, which would you choose? Neither. What's your favorite house in Westeros? The Mormont, House Mormont. I really identify with their like small but proud mentality, you know. Here we stand. Great words. Also, I'm a huge fan of Jorah and Lady Lyanna. UK or Australia? Australia, but I think UK is probably safer. Fuck, what kind of keyboard do you have? A Logitech Wave? Clinical? You're so cancer? Oh, that guy, yeah. Lol, I wouldn't watching fucked up shit happen to people is fun, but having it happen to you isn't. What? If you could live in any zone in WoW, where would you go? I guess Feralus is my favorite zone, so. Why is there cotton in pill bottles? To remind black people that they were cotton pickers before drug dealers? I think it's to, if water gets in there, it could be dangerous to the pill, you know? It could degrade the pill. So I think it's there to soak up any moisture. So you're loyal to the king in the north. That's good. Is grinding faster to level? Yes. Well, maybe not faster, but I like it. Do you like fantasy, but you don't care about WoW lore? Not really, no. The lore is not, like, I don't know. I like WoW, don't get me wrong, but the lore is not why I play the game. Did you ever get a chance to watch the guy's video about vanilla WoW raids being harder? Oh, no, I never. No, I don't give a shit about that. Put camera bottom left? No. Nagrand Outland? Is that a rap? Nagrand Outland, sitting in a tree, K-I-S-S-I-N-G. It rhymes. So I was referring to living. Oh, yeah, of course. Why wasn't there any? All right, don't be racist though. I appreciate that. I saw yesterday you wasn't questing. You just grind, correct? Grind 1 to 45. Why are you selling the skinning mats? Because they go on the auction house for almost the same price as the deposit. Not worth it. I guess if I like the Jets or Giants because I live in New York, you probably don't like either. You probably like the Bills. Let's see. Good on you. Don't waste your time was mainly a numbers argument. Yeah, exactly. I think I've seen that video anyway. I just don't remember the key points. And now I realize afterwards, that guy commented on one of my videos saying, "Lol, you remind me of a guy of the kind of guy I would beat up in high school," and I didn't realize it was him. And if I did, I just would have straight out banned him because that kind of comment is retarded. But looking back at that argument, it was pretty obvious that this guy has some type of fucking like passive aggressive like mentality, you know. Why don't sell leather in auction house? They won't sell on the server. There's way too many people skinning. That's where I'd like to live. Where? Garrosh or Thrall? Neither. Why do you stop grinding at 45? Quests become much higher density and much higher reward in Daenerys. Saying those kind of jokes ain't racist. Everyone has a confused racism meaning nowadays. It's so triggering. Well, it's offensive to some races is what I meant. It may not actually be racist, but either way, I'd ask that you respect my opinion on the matter. But he's so tough. Yeah, right. I mean, who the fuck says that? You remind me of the kind of person I beat up in high school. Who fucking says that? Either a 12-year-old or somebody who got beat up all the time in high school, right? Like, who fucking says that? Where's your ferocious bite? Still at the trainer. Don't get it until like 30-something, I think. Fuck the Bills, go Giants, even though they got destroyed by Green Bay. Yeah. It's only a joke if it's funny. That's true as well. Do you hate Joffrey Baratheon? As a character, I think he's one of the best characters Game of Thrones ever had. But if I was like in universe, yes, I of course would hate him. Scroll log equals function plus pause break. Thank you. I knew there would be something like that. What are you gonna say about the Nost rant? I said everything I could say yesterday. I made like a 20-minute clip on the first live stream I did yesterday about it, so you should check it out. That ain't logical. There will always be someone in the world who hates your jokes, therefore no jokes are funny. I guess that's true. What do you think about Game of Thrones making now? Screenwriters are not connected to the books, and I think everybody knows why, but what's your opinion about changes that were made there, and are you hyped for Season 7? Very hyped for Season 7. I think all the changes that have been from the books are really good. They have to make the show a little bit less complex character-wise, you know? So I think it's been amazing. Just ban who? Clinical depression? He's alright. And you're the one with clinical depression. Vanilla or BC? I think I'd prefer BC, but there's no good classic server, or there's only good classic servers, so. The actor for, yeah, I know, he gave up. I watched his interview at, I can't remember. He gave like a closing interview about why he was quitting. It was pretty interesting. 7-1 was at July 1st. I'm sure you get asked this hundredths of times, but do you think a Blizzard will ever make official legacy server? Yeah, they will at some point, just not anytime soon. Guaranteed. They're all about money. At some point, Live WoW will be less profitable than making vanilla servers. So, what are you thinking about Jeeves? Oh no, that's not what that says. Fuck. Jeeves was a great butler and is a great robot in World of Warcraft. That's for sure. Let's see. Represents the best gift of life. Anyway, Game of Thrones sucks. I'm gonna ban you now. Thanks for stopping by, Drug Sandwich. Can I make this chat go wild? Yeah. Game of Thrones does not suck. I know a few people who play WoW a lot and never watch Game of Thrones, though. That always surprises me. I feel like if you like the fantasy in WoW, you'll like Game of Thrones. But one of my favorite things about Game of Thrones is that it starts off as a low fantasy and steadily progresses towards a high fantasy. It's awesome. Yeah, XD it does. XD it doesn't. Never played vanilla PvP, but the PvP in BC always seems so good. Yeah, I mean, if you want, they're very different, right? PvP in vanilla is like objective based and like a very slow grind, but PvP and TBC is all about like your skill and your comp and the way you can play your class, you know. And there's a very marked improvement every time you play. How did the Chinese farmers farm gold? They steal it from other players. Carl fucking Tanner from Gin Alley. Fuck him. What triggers you? A lot of things. Well, each their own. Losing my mother to 38, I think differently. Okay. So you're also in love with Tolkien's universe as well? Oh yeah, definitely. Not as much because I was way too young when I read all those books, but it's a very good universe. That's a bit too high fantasy for me though. Tolkien and Middle Earth and everything. I don't really get fantasy. Okay. I like donuts. I like sports, and I don't care who knows. Do you like Dragon Ball Z Super GT? I like the original Dragon Ball the best. If I wasn't streaming right now, I'd be watching Dragon Ball episodes. I really did not like the last season. Oh, holy shit. I really did not like the last season of Game of Thrones, and I am not hyped for the new one. Might not even watch it. I'm sure you'll watch it, dude. Don't fucking lie to anybody about that shit. Good morning. Thank you. It's 7 p.m. at night. Do you hate anime? Not hate. No, definitely not. I just don't really enjoy it. I would probably like Game of Thrones, but I don't watch TV, and I'm done with Hollywood. Okay. How long does 1 to 60 take? On average, 7 days played. That's slip of the tongue. That was a pretty bad one. Have you read the Chronicles of Amber? Never heard of it. Do you watch Vikings, and do you like it? I don't watch it, but I honestly should because I really love history. And, what is it, Ragnar the Red or something like that? I play as him in Crusader Kings 2 all the time, so yeah, I should probably watch the show. Do you like The Walking Dead? No, I hate zombie stuff. It's not my favorite at all. Hentai is fucking hot. The mother-son hentai is gachigism. Yeah, I agree. Do you watch Walking Dead? Walking Dead? No. If you don't like semen, then spit. Yeah, that's true. Have you played Warcraft 3? Yep, I used to play Warcraft 3 semi-competitively. I was rank 8 in... I can't remember how the seasons worked, but it was one of the last seasons they did before WoW came out. I was rank 8 in free-for-all ladder, US, whatever, like US 8 or whatever, however it worked. Anyway, do you support creators of Game of Thrones as well? Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to HBO. I watch a lot of HBO though, so. I would probably like Game of Thrones, but I couldn't get through the first half of the first book. Ugh, so thick, too hard to read, and it tainted my ability to watch the show. Yeah, that's a big problem for a lot of people. It starts off quite slow, but the show starts off much quicker, so you can get through it a lot. Like, it's a lot easier to get through. You seem like a nice guy. Greetings from Germany. Thank you very much for the compliment, Mr. Harper. I am glad to have you here, and if you have any questions or want anything discussed, let me know. Do you like Dota? The Dota, I never actually really played that back then. Because back then I used to have really bad internet and I never knew where to download it. So every time I would try to play it, people would kick me because I would start downloading it And that meant that, like, oh, you've never played it before, so you shouldn't be in the game kind of thing. Garrosh or Kareen? Who's Kareen? How do you feel about the changes to Elysium and Astaris saying to stop using their cone? I did a whole 30-minute rant on that yesterday. It's the video from yesterday, the live stream from yesterday. So, what do you think about Westworld? Honestly, one of the best shows I've ever seen. Westworld was fucking amazing. The plot, the whole idea of it was just great. It was awesome. How are hunters in both PvE and PvP? Mediocre at both, probably better in PvP. Angel Arena, what's that? Garrosh did nothing wrong, hashtag. Is there a new show on BBC? Wait, there is a new show. Oh, that's on BBC? That's on American television as well. That's Tom Hardy, dude, not the guy who played Bane. You don't know who Tom Hardy is, man? Tom Hardy's like a really good actor. Yeah, Taboo looks pretty good, honestly. Do you like SpongeBob SquarePants? No. Walker Texas Ranger? No. Season 2 of Westworld is going to be in 2018. Well, I like that because they made the mistake with True Detective, right? True Detective 1 was so popular that they forced those people to make a season 2, and it actually caused one of the writers to quit. And season 2 of True Detective was, just clearly worse than season 1. It wasn't nearly as deep. So it's good. Let them take as long as they need to make the show. It'll be better when it finally comes. Do you like Jerry Seinfeld? No, I don't like him at all. Who would win, Mage versus Hunter 1v1, depending on who's the better player? Have you seen the show Penny Dreadful? Penny Dreadful is on Westworld? No, I have not seen it. Oh, Angel Arena custom map. Don't think I've played it. Have you killed an animal in game? Yes. I know who he is, and I just couldn't come up with a name. Gotcha. What? Tom Hardy played Bane? What are you talking about? Yep. I don't know if this question already came up, but what is your opinion about Legion? Very, very good expansion. What are you talking about, Hungary? Who's Hungry? Mage has the advantage in that 1v1. A lot of bullshit people ask. Yep. Savage. Have you seen 6 Feet Under? I watched a few episodes. I didn't like it. I'm not really much for the like IRL dramas that HBO put out, but I really liked Boardwalk Empire, The Sopranos, Rome, Deadwood, Game of Thrones, of course, Westworld, The Night of. It was awesome this year. This was a really good year for television. True Detective, season 1 and 2. I feel like there was more. Oh, what was that show with Ted Danson? That was a really fucking good show. Him and Zach Galifianakis and whoever the other guy. Can't remember their names. That was really... Bored to Death. Bored to Death was really funny. Hello, Metro. Alright, see you, Mike. Have you played any Warcraft 3 custom maps? Yeah, a few. Have you seen Suit? No. Yeah, was then thinking, came here yesterday, and he does not stop answering any questions. Hats off to him. My hat has been off. Thank you. China, Illinois. What's that statement? What's the best part or feature of Legion in your opinion? Easily my favorite thing is Mythic Plus Dungeons. Choke time. Uh-oh, what's going on with the Packers? Let's check it out. Show with Ted Danson, gotta be Cheers, in it. Now, yeah, it's called Bored to Death. The Wires. Oh yeah, Wire was pretty good. I never watched it, but I know, what's the name? The guy who played Chalky White and was in, I don't know, he was great in that, I'm sure. Are you playing Feral? Who asked that? Like the quest in Legion, but PvP, in my opinion, is so unrewarding. Yeah, I guess I could agree with that. I don't know, quests in Legion, not the most interesting part of Legion, that's for sure. What is the best class for level up? I actually just recorded a tier guide on leveling up. It'll be live on Tuesday. Any ORPGs? I don't know what that even stands for. Sorry. Ted Danson was great in Little Dancing Man. Have you seen the Shannara Chronicles? Nope. PvP that Warlock? WTF? No thanks. My man, Mythic Plus was a spectacular answer to dungeons becoming irrelevant in previous expansions. I agree. Such a great way to expand upon the challenge mode concept. My mom or Didi? Probably Didi. Do you watch Gotham, Arrow, anything in that area? I'm not a big fan of Superbook stuff. I follow it because I respect the culture a lot, but I don't really... Like, I still haven't seen Batman vs. Superman. I haven't seen... I don't know, what other... I haven't seen, like, any of the Avengers films. I saw, like, the first one. That was it. I haven't seen any of those films. Have you played The Witcher 3? No. Grinding seems slow, actually. I've been checking on other streamers' requests, and they seem to level faster than you. Would you say so? Slash played 1 day, 3 hours, and a lot of that is spent talking to chat. Regardless, I don't know if other streamers are constantly constantly skinning or constantly talking to the chat so much that I'm actually not even playing the game. Open role-playing game now. I haven't really played many Dragon Blade. The reason you don't like Quest and Legion IMO is because you play with the sound off. That's probably true. Well, it's not that I don't like them. I'm just saying, like, the game is so fucking good beyond 110, so. Did you see Black Sails? No, I've seen a lot of commercials for it. Don't even bother with Batman vs. Superman? Yeah, that's what I heard. Grinding for him isn't about... yeah, exactly. It's not actually about speed. It's about not having to worry about anything at all. Shamanarar Chronicles are on HBO? Really? I've never heard of it. Oh, Shannara Chronicles. Are you sure about that? Have you read The Wheel of Time? No, I don't really read books. Have you ever played Eraser Warriors? Never heard of it. Let's see. Are you the Son Goku? Favorite PvP player? Anybody who doesn't attack me. Lol, what's the point of even playing the game if you don't worry at all? Just stream and read chat. Basically. I mean, I have to play the game. Like, this is why I'm playing it. How many people are breathing? Bet all of you are breathing. Don't watch the Scenario Chronicles. It's Twilight tier shit. Oh, eat the pancake. What's up, buddy? I mentioned the Shannara Chronicles to you before, Metro. Honestly, it's definitely worth a look. Is it actually on HBO? I've never heard of it before. Metro, you spelled my name Meteor. Did you manage to finish the Dire Maul run? Now the servers crashed in a way that the people in the group never came back, so I just ended the stream. Favorite PvP player? The one that doesn't kill me. Yeah, seriously. Fuck PvP and WoW, guys. Go do Battlegrounds if you want a PvP, man. Don't attack me while I'm leveling. It's good to see your stream getting more popular. I couldn't disagree. Are feral druids viable for raids? Not particularly. They're decent, but they're not very good. I disagree. There was a whole challenge mode community that was paved. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right about that, but yeah, I definitely agree. Like, challenge modes were like a very niche and active community, but a lot of it was just done by people boosting other people. Like, I didn't feel like that was a very competitive. You know, there's a lot of people vying for the leaderboards, but a lot less than you think. So I definitely prefer the Mythic Plus side of it. Hey Metro, is Mage fun to play in vanilla? I just did a tier list, so that'll be live on Tuesday talking about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I thought so. MTV. Check it out. Check out the trailer. Maybe later. Yeah. Why does Kopitar have a wrench? He's an employee of YouTube. Why play on a PvP server? Because it's the only server. What else would I play on? I can't play on any other server. So, what is the common between? I don't know. Shannara Chronicles fucking sucks. Really bad acting. Okay. Serious about growing your channel? Why not visit? Oh, that's Nightbot. Hey, what's up? Why does he have a check next to his name? Oh, verified. That's interesting. What the hell? There was somebody else who had a check next to their name. Who was that? Envro. What the fuck? That guy's a verified YouTube user, huh? Must be a big guy. Favorite porn site? Yeah, probably actually is. Do you have Netflix? Nope. I probably spelled your name Meteor because I'm anxious to see your face roll against Team Meteor again soon, though. You should go to Hillsbrad. I want to see some PvP action. Yeah, there you go. Are you a big YouTuber or something that you have a check next to your name? You must be. You indeed are. Very cool. Welcome. Let's see. Did you say what's up to Nightbot? Yeah, I got confused. What's wrong with Darrowshire PvE? I don't know. It's not a fresh server. Used to do YouTube, took a break. CSGO is shit now. Gotcha. Mythic Plus is toxic for the game since you can literally get geared ahead of the curve without ever a rating. Well, that's the goal. I mean, that's what they wanted. So whether or not you don't like it, it's not toxic to the game. It's working as intended. Let's see. What do you think about CGI in movies? I prefer no CGI if possible, but if it's gonna be CGI, it has to be really good. I'm pretty big. See, can't actually see. Hey, Nightbot is a person too. It's true. Yeah, Enver's got 24k. That's awesome. What is a Mythic Plus? It's hard to describe. Basically a timed dungeon that the better you do, the better your rewards are. There's actually people made an add-on for Classic that puts a timer on dungeons. But it's not really worth doing because there's no actual rewards from it. Does it go fast grinding your way up? Or do you do Q2? I don't do quests if that's what you're asking. Hillary or Trump? Neither. Most of these questions have nothing to do with WoW. Come on, guys. That's true. Yeah, Marco Polo was great, and Da Vinci's Demons. Yeah. Ace, is your... Wait. If you email your MCM, they should be able to get you a verified button. Oh, really? That's cool. Is it that easy? I thought you had to have like a really big following on YouTube for that to work. Favorite music for WoW? None. Have you seen the Warcraft movie? Nope. As he stated himself, he doesn't even care about the gameplay. What? Oh, well, that's kind of true, actually, yeah. I'm just here to chat with some pals. Make some friends, maybe pick up a cute chick or two along the way. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Let's see. Best WoW question, all caps, level 1 versus level 110. Views on Bernie Sanders, besides that he's old as fuck. I think he had a lot of really good, a very interesting idea, a very interesting approach for the country. It sucks that he basically got like fucked over because Hillary was fucking bribing her way through the whole process. Prob answered this one before, but why Feral? Wait, what? You mean why instead of Bombkin? If so, Bombkin is the worst spec in the video game, but why Druid? Because I want to play a tank and a healer at max level. Any contact through Tubus lately? Yeah, we met with somebody yesterday. Depends on freedom. One of my friends has a check with 1k sub, others that don't have with 100k. Oh, interesting, interesting, interesting. Have you seen the Warcraft movie? I just answered that, no. DD is a cut chick. She's scissors? You mean she's scissors? I love Trump. Cool. Yo, man, when does your CG run start? Not for another 3 hours. Haha. Haha, haha, Bombkin. I like sports and I don't care who knows. Alright, there's no mobs. This last, like, chunk is really slowed down. Do you listen to WoW podcasts? No, almost never. Damn, you should see Warcraft. Great movie. You say it's so weird, Bombkin. Good night, people. Enough for this night. Okay, see you, drug sandwich. Do you love the D? No. How long time does it take to grind your way to 60? I don't grind my way to 60, but I grind at 45. Either way, it takes me usually about 7 days played to get to 60. Have you done a Mythic plus 15? No, I've still yet to do one. I do a lot of 12s, but that's it. It's tough to get people interested to go to 15 when the gear stops at 12, essentially. I'm gonna start calling them Bombkins now. Thanks for that. Good. I like that. I like to spread stuff like that around. Bumpkin? No, bomb. Like, you know, why do presidents drop the bomb? Or that's not even the lyrics. But anyway, you know, like an explosive. Bombkin. Not bumpkin. B-O-M-B-K-I-N. Boom, boom. No, bomb, bomb. Ba-bomb, bomb, bomb. Say it. Boom, 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 boom. Bomb. Not bum. Boom. That's not how it said, dude. Boom, boomkin. Like Allah, Allah, Allahu, Akbarkin. I guess so. Does armor matter in vanilla? No. Hello. How is Bombkin at level 40 for mob grinding? Terrible. It's pronounced Bombkin clinical, not boom. It's Umkin? Yeah, in classic it's Umkin. Because they always go out of mana, and then when they start getting good in Wrath, people start calling them Bombkin. Let's see. Boom plus chicken equals Bombkin. BWL. Fucking dead guy. What a clown. I think this guy's been dead the whole time. I always run by a corpse. I think it's him. Alright, we're going to attack with Claw. So, a very complicated rotation in Classic. You have to use... Well, I don't even know what the name of the ability is. I'm pretty sure it's Claw. Use Claw a bunch, and the mob eventually dies. BWL. Not Bombkin. It's Bombkin. You say it like Bombkin. This might be a stupid question. What level are you? Level's over here, but I'm level 23. Hey, Meteor. Are you doing BWL? No. ZG later. Hi. What is that? A handshake? Server still jam-packed. Is it a test server or for keeps? For keeps. I bet this isn't live. This is just future recording. That's true. Say Bombkin. Lols Allahu Akbar Kin. Okay. Lol. Good night, Ace. Hey, my name's Metro, but good night, Mr. John Ledge. Greetings from Norway. Awesome. Norway's a great country. I love it. Grimlock says thank you. I say thank you back. Where the fuck are all the mobs? Why does sometimes I come here and every single mob is dead? I don't understand how that's possible. Hey, Ace, aren't you gonna change the code for Nostalrius now, or did you hear about that? The code, what? My name's Metro, by the way. Bombkin? Reckful Elysium? Why would happen? Did somebody die? Islam, yay or nay? I don't practice it, so I'm not sure. Greetings from Denmark, thank you. Greetings from United States. From the internet. Bro, you should level Bombkin? No. No, thank you. Okay, sorry. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Ace is just the name of the channel, so. Well, if this happens, then grinding is definitely slower. I don't understand what's happening here. There's a mob, finally. I just went like the whole rotation and there was like one mob alive. I haven't seen anyone else other than that one warrior. Why can't you see a Tauren rogue? Because they are that good? There's no Tauren rogues in Classic. What realm are you on? It's in the title. Okay, if you say Bombkin like that, I will say warrior as warrior. Would you bang Tyranny or Sylvanas? Who's Tyranny? Hey, my name's Apples, by the way. Bananas is just the name of the channel. Okay, I'll start calling you Apples. Have you played Metro 2033? No, but if there's a game like that, I'm going to report them for copyright. Like in your window, there's the D waiting for the fun in your house, like playing WoW with you. Nice. Any good IRL friends playing Elysium? Nope. I don't know anybody playing Elysium, unfortunately. All the friends I play live WoW with, they try it and they don't like it, so. Tyrandy, it's me. Yeah, I guess she's probably hotter than Sylvanas, right? Sylvanas is dead. So that's a big detractor for me. Tyrandy is the tyranny. Can't tell if trolling about this pronunciation of Bombkin. Then I'm doing a very good job, huh? Lol at Apples, that shit was funny as fuck. Harambe? What's that? You said you grind to level 40? No, 45, but yeah. I have 2 videos on the grind spots I use, Stian, nor did he. Lol Tyrandy. All my friends play vanilla. Cool. You're lucky. That's a lot of fucking people. Or perhaps it's 0 people. Yeah, like in a guild of like 35 to 40 people and not a single one of them likes vanilla, basically. At least not to my knowledge. I'm pretty good friends with almost everyone. There's a couple people who are a little bit too quiet. They may like it, but I bring it up all the time. Like, hey, if you guys ever want to play on Classic, I'm a pretty big streamer now. I could boost you guys or something like that. They always say, yeah, we tried it. We don't like it. Why do you look so dead? Actually, I am dead. I'm just waiting for my heart to stop working. Do you like or love or hate or dislike anyone? Yeah, most of those things apply, but too wide of a question to answer. Hey, says Jacob Birch. I like how you low-key insult someone, some of your watchers. Fuck you. We are 6 people playing Elysium, IRL friends. That's really cool. I'd love to have IRL friends who play WoW again. I appreciate dry humor. Good. I will drown you all like rats. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Last time I was in water was six weeks ago. Came across your channel stream a couple days ago, and I've been enjoying it immensely. Thanks so much for saying that, Brandon. It's so awesome when people take the time out of their day to compliment me like that. Compliment me like that. I'm really appreciative of that. Do you have leveling tips for warrior? Sort of. I just made a tier guide on leveling, so I'll let you watch that on Tuesday. But the main tip I can give is to not level it unless you have a mule for gold. And if you really want to level warrior first, level something alongside of it and only level the warrior when you have rested for a little bit. This way you can get, oh yeah, I was supposed to check out Baal Modan, huh? Anyway, this way you can get all the gold from like a warlock and send it over to a warrior and make leveling a lot easier. I just came across your stream and I don't like it. I understand. So close to leveling up, that's true. So you haven't taken a shower in 6 weeks? Yeah, I don't shower. I like, my beliefs are we don't shower. If you were locked in a room with Joffrey Baratheon and Ramsay Bolt and you had a gun with 1 bullet, who would you shoot? Like, you mean if I was in the universe? I wouldn't be able to shoot them. There were no guns in the universe. I'm constantly coming across your stream, bro. Oh yeah, you've been around. I think I've seen you before, Remiel. Are you new here? How do I get on Elysium? There's a full guide on the website. I'm pretty sure. Israel. Who's that? Israel Gutierrez from ESPN. He's a pretty good reporter. Yourself. You shoot yourself. A crossbow then? That's a good one. A crossbow, I guess I would kill Joffrey. He's more high profile bad, you know. Ramsay, you don't realize he's bad unless you're around him, but Joffrey publicly is quite a bad person. If you're not trolling, I'm curious to have you elaborate on not showering. I'm trolling. Raise your dongers. Okay. How do you do that? Should I go to sleep or grind 1 more level? Always go to sleep if you're tired. Serious about growing your channel? Why not visit? Oh, hey, Natbot, what's up? Do you have tips for leveling a mom? I never heard of it. You mean a monk? I assume it was a autocorrect thing, huh? This is our chat mods. Yeah, spam it. What? Do you browse 4chan? Never heard of it. Look at the fucking Barron's chat. Bush better than Obama, better than Trump, better than Clinton. Thanks for the info. Write that down. How long have you been playing on this Druid? 1 day, 4 hours, 7 minutes, 52 seconds. It's probably higher than that now, though. What? I'll try to make it back for ZG. Gotta bounce. Love the stream, man. Great to listen to while leveling. Thanks, man. Why are there no fucking mobs anywhere? What is happening here? I guess there's like only 1 person in this area, so nothing's respawning fast at all. Holy shit, what happened? Monk, even though I have one, pay $60 and get 100. Board rule 1 and 2, but who goes to that shit anymore? I just came across the stream last night and I'm enjoying it a lot. We'll watch them and I have all the time to. Since last night, I find if you're not streaming, then I'm catching up on your older VODs. Oh, that's so cool, dude. Thanks so much, Snook. You're awesome, dude. That's so cool. Thanks for taking a moment out of your day to tell me that. I'm really happy about that. Oh, what the hell? Envro, I can't pause it, Mom. You've invited me to guild before, I guess, huh? I saw that guild a couple times. That's funny. Small world, huh? What level are you? 21 warrior. Opinion on tattoos? No, I don't have any tattoos. Yeah, if you like tattoos, get them. I'm not a big fan of something that permanent, though. I've always said that I'll only ever get 1 tattoo, and it will be the most meaningful thing I could ever get, but even that seems really pretentious, so I probably won't ever do it. Like, you have not seen them, Monk. I'm sure of that. Man, this last half has been cool. What's up, Ace? Hey, Sergeant Meowstein. My name's Metro, don't forget, but how's it going, buddy? How are you? How are you, man? I've been really worried about you. You okay? Yesterday it seemed like you were in a dark place, man. What classes do you have max level in Legion? In Legion, I have a Holy Paladin, a Blood Death Knight, and a Vengeance Demon Hunter. My main for raiding is a Holy Paladin, and I like to do dungeons on the other two exclusively. I've seen them. They're pierced. Yeah, that's not true. That's pretty good, clinical depression. I actually read that. I was like, all right, there's got to be a joke here, but I don't want to read it out loud in case it's something silly. Yes, I have. Remember, I slept with you. No, that's not true. Who hasn't? Every single person here. Lol, I'm good. I just don't want to see the game I've been playing for 12 years die or any private servers get messed up either, for sure. I agree with all that, brother. Brava, as Harry would say. No, don't get the tag, Jersey. Got him. Well, that guy... Oh, no. I thought he just got, like, one shot. What's going on here? Lag? Hey, Metro, can you show it? Show what? Show my level? Or my character? Right here. Got some blue hands. Ramil says heart face. Oh, red leather badge. See that, guys? Get this fucking skinning knife out of there. Put the red leather bag right there. Put the skinning knife right back there. Low numbers are so small compared to Legion. I saw a bunch of 4 silver. Yep. I mean, it's 13 years earlier, you know, so not really any surprise. Okay, this is starting to get a bit silly now. Why are there no mobs anywhere? Dynamic respawn. I must be like just missing the respawns or something. Just want to get to 24 here. Have you ever been to BlizzCon? Nope. I never will either. It's way too overpriced. We were gonna go one year, and then I calculated all the prices, and it was gonna be like multiple thousands of dollars. And like, I don't know. I guess it would be a cool social thing, but I'm not really a big fan of like loud places, like cramped, loud places, you know. Apple juice or grape juice? Neither. I guess apple juice if I had to pick, but. How do you feel about phasing in and out of zones in retail? Seamless. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Do you want to be my son? If so, stay. That's a lot of numbers. I don't know how many numbers that is. Is there a good site to go to that has a lot of vanilla add-ons? Maybe. I think people have brought it up, but I'm not sure of one. Anytime I look for an add-on, I just Google it. Like Google the specific add-on. You can imagine the smell of all the nerds at BlizzCon. I have a dream that one day plebs and subs will spam together in harmony. What do you mean? You shouldn't ever really want to spam. My wife's son. Congrats. If you were a vegetable, you would be a cucumber. I'd be a tomato. Have you done psychedelics? No. That's a lot of numbers. How old are you? 27. There's all the mobs. How old are you? 27. I just answered that, dude. My wife has a son and his name is me. Interesting. But Metro, tomatoes are fruits. They're not, dude. Stop trolling. I don't want to remove your wrench, but... You read the same quest twice? I don't do quests, only grind. Copy pasta? You retards probably don't even read what the fuck you're copy pasting, but I'll have you retards know I like using fleshlights and it's better than vaginas, but I haven't tried the vagina yet. Okay. What is your cast bar add-on? OCB. Love your stream, by the way. Falling asleep. Cool. Is there a reason for being specifically in the Barrens at this level? Mobs are close to each other. You try to stay in the Barrens as often as possible, you know, so you don't get ganked. Everyone roast the person above your comment? No thanks. Okay, I'll be good, I promise. Just interested. Yeah, I'm gonna go there next level though. But yeah, I used to try to stay here till 26, but that was on characters that had to fight mobs that were like much lower than it. But now I'm like fucking slaughtering mobs thanks to the easy to get gear on this server. You look like 37. I am 10 years younger than that. I need a wrench too. Give me Kappa's wrench. I should give it to you, honestly. Maybe in a couple days. Is there a video game character stronger than Madara Uchiha? I don't know what that is. Oh shoot, I forgot you're on a PvP. I'm all safe on PvE, yeah. Okay, I've been here the last 10 minutes or so. Find it motivating to see someone else grinding as well. Anyhow, do you like literally read every all comment out loud? Yes. Remiel, get wrenched. I try to interact in every single way. You look like a Druid. I don't know what that means. You don't quest, you just grind. Correct, Jacob. I grind until 45. Then I start doing quests. Human immunodeficiency virus infection and acquired immune deficiency syndrome. What server is this? It's in the title, Jesse. Should I go to the Barrens at 12? Yeah, I have a full guide on what I grind. If you want to grind, then I would definitely go to Barrens at 12. I don't know. Otherwise. Can you buy an entire chess set in a pawn shop? Probably. BBC Hardcore got CBC, the FBI, Bangdad, Hanbag, you're fucked. Where do you grind for the Alliance side? I haven't leveled an Alliance character in a long time, but after 25, it doesn't matter. It's the same spots, so. Should I go to Barrens at 59? Apples? No. HIV AIDS has a great impact on society, both as an illness, as a source of discrimination, 19. The disease also has large economic impacts, 19. I have to say, it's really nice that you read all comments you answer out loud, as I usually watch on sofa on full screen. Cheers for a good stream. Thanks, buddy. What do you like to play other than WoW? Nothing. Pokemon, I guess. Why do you have 10 dislikes? Did your voice say some unpopular opinions again? Yeah, probably. To be honest, a lot of people just dislike anything classic. But yeah, probably triggered some people before with the discussion about World of Warcraft, like different expansions. Damn, you grind until 45, correct. Just stop talking. Man, people are saying some real random stuff today. Do you have Horde on the PvE Anathema server? Yep, I have a Tauren Druid and a Tauren Warrior, and I also have a 47 Shaman. Both of those other two are 60. Did you say anything about the Elysium drama? Yesterday, not today. Who the fuck roleplays? Just kids, usually. Telling people to stop talking on their stream. Smile. Is the Anathema realm down currently? I'm not sure. I'm on the new realm. I would like to smear butter all over you, and no, don't say that stuff. Little people come to talk shit. They got no lives. I know. I pwn them in game, and they say I have no life. They should get a life in game. I'm 48 Druid. Want to run ZF? I'm not. Anathema is up according to server. Okay. Is that a Druid? Yeah. Why are 20s running through this zone? Are they actually? I guess they're going to Wailing Caverns, huh? Status? Middle, like upper middle class, I guess. Snap. By the way, I was kidding about talking. Sika Blot. I really cringe when I hear the name, and yeah, it's honestly like the dumbest fucking name ever. I don't know. They got 3 of the worst fucking names any server could ever have, honestly. And honestly, Elysium is not much better. It's the name of a fucking film. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily what you want the project a pirate server to be called, huh? Not trying to use the name of a film. I know it means something other than the film's usage as well, but anytime you type in Elysium in Google, you're gonna get stuff for the film. Did you refer to the old Athene? Yeah, I love old Athene, let's see. Sika, Blat, Rush, Base. Okay. Rush back. Maybe it's so Blizz will dodge them, lol? I don't think so. It's pronounced Emma. Isn't it pronounced Emma? I don't know. I have no idea. It's the dumbest name ever, so I don't really give a fuck how it's pronounced. I never knew about Elysium movie. I liked it. Nice. Sika. My mom's a llama. I doubt that. To be honest, all the names I don't mind. I mean, it's not like it matters, right? But they're just really weird. Like, compared to other private servers, they usually use like names that are relevant to the game. Like, although I guess Nostalrius is a weird name as well. I don't know. Or cause I'm a man-child. Like I play Zector. Sounds sick. Yeah, it's just weird though. It doesn't make any sense. Anathema makes me think of Enema. Yeah, the miles per actual attacks is nothing for pirates taught by naming a private server after a movie. Anathema is a word, is weird, true. It's pronounced Sukabli Ot. Okay. Goy. Define anathema. Someone or something that is very strongly disliked. Seriously? It's funny. Michael Jordan, stop it, get some help. Maybe you're just making excuses. Remember that commercial? Movie Picture Association of America. Miles per actual attacks. I gotta go because my phone's at 1%. Bye. Remember, always praise the Hito gods. Sure. Widespread and systemic rape and sexual slavery can occur during international conflict. I see. Are you dyslexic? Maybe. Sometimes I read weird I read in a really weird pattern. But I don't think I'm actually dyslexic. I think I just don't pay attention or something. Where can I see what level you are? It's right here next to my name on this bar here. 23. What the fuck are you on about clinical depression? Metro, how long does it take to grind to 40? Usually like less than 3 days. The name Nostalrius comes from the Latin word nostalgia. Yeah, I mean, I assumed as much, but it's not something related to WoW is what I meant. Look at this fucko, has to stop and eat. Like a fucking RP fag. Lol, on the uTorrent download, there's a box that says prawn. 79 people who have been raped can be traumatized and develop post-traumatic stress disorder. How has the internet changed since you were a young lad? A lot more porn. Ignore clinical depression, he's just a troll. Don't troll, dude. Not enough energy? What? Lol, trashing the guy for eating, haha. Well, I was just making fun of him because I'm a druid, I don't have to eat, you know. So the actual definition of anathema is something or someone that one vehemently dislikes. It's interesting. Sorry, buddy. Clinical depression just subscribed. Are you new here? Love that you're not fake on here. Makes better content. Thanks, buddy. Scuffed Jays. What do you mean? Why is it called lipstick if you can't move your lips? You can still move your lips. It's a stick. Like it's applied onto the lips in a stick form, I think. Anathema and benediction is why they named it that, though, right? Like, but I guess the weapon could be named for that word, maybe. Anathema is like the shadow one, right? So I guess that makes sense. Is there still a queue to get into Elysium PvP? Because I had already leveled to 20 on this server, and I don't really plan on playing here very much anyway, so I'm definitely not going to play on this server with much less people. Watch this. I'm gonna troll this guy. This guy says, "Don't have. Did you want to heal SFK? I don't have tree form yet. Sorry." Lipstick applied directly to the forelips. You don't know any of these Twitch TV references? Donger's scuffed copy pasta. I eat pasta all the time, but I don't know what the rest are. I've never really been to Twitch. Got him? Yeah, that was a pretty good one, right? Server with much less people. You do realize how overpopulated 11K is. I would agree with you, but unfortunately in Classic... Oh, wow. Why do I have... Oh, my... Do I have one fucking experience away again? Dude, this happened last night as well. What the fuck? Is this a bug? This happened yesterday as well, getting to 23. Are you going to heal on this, Druid? Some, yeah. Yeah, so the 11K thing, the thing about that is, you know, there's 11K people on the old PvP server as well. Yeah, it still takes me a half hour to find a fucking group. So, I don't know, man. Like, when, like, 70% of the people aren't doing things that matter at max level or aren't getting to max level, the more the better, if you ask me. Are shamans really only useful as resto? Pretty much. Holy shit, you're a wizard. I think it's bugged or something because the same thing happened to me yesterday. That's way too much of a coincidence. Alright, anyway, that's that. Go, check out some training. See if we need to train anything. The same thing happened yesterday, and I was even like... It was like... I was like, yo, check this out. I'm about to ding from this mob. And then I didn't ding. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm surprised I didn't ding. How much more experience do I have? What the fuck? I need 1. You know? How much gold do you have now? 7 right now. I'm about to have even more. And I have 9 gold. Oh, Harry, what's up? Yeah. Let's see. You can't rely on spamming and trade. You have to /who and whisper everyone. Yeah, I won't be doing that. There isn't 11K anymore on old PvP. There was yesterday. I understand the point you're making of no one wanting to run dungeons, etc. But also the old server is far more progressed. Nobody needs the dungeons. That's true. That will happen with 2K Pop 2. Yeah, I guess you're right about that, actually. That's a good point. That is a good point. Gold cap on server? Probably 1 million still, right? I think the gold cap was always 1 million. It didn't become an issue until Warlords of Draenor. Now the new gold cap is 10 million, I think, right? I'm level 24 as well. That's awesome. Favorite day of the week? I guess Tuesday, raid reset day. Gold cap on vanilla is 214. What? People have been raped or sexually assaulted or sometimes blamed and considered responsible for the crime. 214K. Wait, are you serious? Is it actually 214K? That's weird. That's a really weird number. When does it become 1 million? Do you know? Do you think you will get 100 gold? Nah, I spend all the money as soon as I make it usually. I don't even need I don't even like want amount as a druid. It's a waste of money. Tiger's Fury, swipe, rake. Hey, what is a rake? Oh, another fucking dot. Guess we'll get swiped just in case we ever tank. Team Aurora, might as well do it since we got money. Remove curse, let's pick that up just in case. Regrowth, don't need that. Cool, got everything we need. Cataclysm. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, I had no idea. That's really surprising. So what, you're saying it was still 214K in Wrath? Surely by then people were getting really close to that constantly. Do you think I made a mistake on Darrowshire PvE Horde? Oh, definitely, dude. Yeah, Horde is really weak on the PvE realm, but that's where Alex Sensual plays, right? So I guess you could always play with him. Does he still play there? Why would I need Rebirth? I do not plan on buying the fucking reagents for it, and I certainly don't plan on rezzing anyone, so no need. How the hell did you get 7 gold? Grinding. They see me grinding. I think it was 512. That's interesting. But it was not 1 million. Interesting. That's a really interesting thing. That's such a weird number, wouldn't you guys say? Very, very weird number. They see me grinding. It was 214k because 2.1 million is around the 32-bit energy limit. Interesting. 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 Got 13 gold, same level. Nice. Did I make a mistake by rolling on Zekthur? You made me anxious about it. No, not a mistake, but I think there won't be a lot of people at 60. Like, I think, you know, the main reason I'm on this server is to get to 60 and do stuff. So if I'm on a server where there's only 5k people on at max, at like the peak, you know, 6k, whatever, then only like what percentage of those are going to be 60 in 2 months? Like less than probably 20%, maybe even lower. So that's not good. You know what I'm saying? That's too few people. You know, 20%, less than a few hundred people at 60 in a few months. That means that I won't be able to do what I want to do easily. Elysium is just max pop, yeah. Sup, mate, just made a druid because of your stream, level 12, awesome, fun, and like no downtime, man. Yeah, that's one of the best things about druid, honestly. Let's see if there's any new leather from yesterday. Let's see, armor, leather, just do all leather, and we'll just do 22 to 24. And we'll see what there is. Because I bought a bunch of gear yesterday, so I shouldn't really need any upgrades, but there might be some good pieces. The max cash stack is 2, yeah, that's crazy. That's really interesting. I didn't know that it was that technical. Go to priest, enough of grinding? Nah, I won't be going there for a while. Oh. I think that's better, right? Strength, I don't know. Is strength better value? I think I'm going to buy them either way because I don't need spirit and it's more stam too and 1 more armor. So yeah, we'll just buy these. That's probably it, right? Silver lined belt. We don't need int. Toughened leather gloves. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Maybe I'll pick those up. Take it. Wolf claw gloves. Oh god, seriously? I'm an idiot. Those are even better. Oh well, I'm sticking with the ones I just bought. Alright, let's see if there's any cloth. Like a back or something like that. Amy's blanket. Who's Amy? Probably not. All right, cool. Do you think Elysium will offer server transfers? I think they will at some point. I think they're not going to be transfers. I think they're just going to combine the realms. I think someone just gave Alex 80k. Yeah, I heard about it. But yeah, back to my question. What is the queue like on this server? It's like a 2-hour wait. Well, we got those gloves, even though they're not very... There was better gloves up there for like the same... Girls rule. Sorry, boys. Stupid. Anyway, no queue on Elysium at the moment. Oh, really? That's cool. Guess I should sell the gloves, huh? Well, you know what? I think I'm done here. I want to try to do 1 level a day, and 2 hours is not too bad at all. So I think that's going to be that for here. I think I'm going to go get something to eat, and then I'm going to start. So stop the stream for like probably like 40 minutes or so, and then I'll be back, and we'll do some stuff on the old servers. I might do a dungeon before the ZG raid, but then we're going to do ZG. I'm definitely going to be doing some dire mall farming as well, so no, not Wendy's. All right, I'm just straight up banning you, dude. I really have no idea why you are spamming that here. Nobody, literally nobody is going to fucking join that shit, dude. It's 32. Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. All right, I'll see you guys in like 40 minutes or so.